Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. It's time. It's time. After many years on hiatus, many years posted up, he hates. We're finally back. Hot Tendie Talk has returned. It's been actually almost 2 years since the last time I ran this show. But now, you might ask yourself, what is Hot Tendie Talk? Hot Tendie Talk is literally just me stealing the idea that BuzzFeed had that they just sold for $82 million. You hear that? They sold $82 million to other investors. That's crazy. Yeah, Hot Ones got sold. I didn't even know BuzzFeed owned it. But yeah, we are going to sit here and we're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, we're gonna interview, we're gonna put hot sauce on little chicken tendies together, and I am joined by the first guest of the revitalized version of Hot Tendie Talk, the perfect person to have on a hot sauce-based show. It is the sauce queen herself, the Lord of Horror, Grimmi VT. Welcome, Grimmi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Those are all very nice adjectives. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice descriptors. I
mean, it's all true. It's all true. You are the ultimate spooky lady. And I fear you greatly. She still, by the way, chat, she still sends me threatening letters to my house after the time I tied her and her brother up.
You tried to hand us over to the police. It looked much worse when they got there, though, so since we looked like children, we were able to... Doesn't matter. It was a fun time. You haven't reported us since. The letters work. Anyways, yes, don't worry about it.
Every second Tuesday, I get a letter scrawled in what I think is pig's blood. I'm not exactly sure. It might be human blood. I'm not. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
My blood. That's my
your blood.
Yeah, I wouldn't hurt a pig.
I've had a store of Grimmi blood to make Grimmi clones this entire time, and I didn't know.
It's not my blood. It's pig's blood. It's pig's blood. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Chat, I'm gonna create a legion of Grimmis and unleash them on TikTok. Imagine the 17 different flavors of Grimmi for every different platform. What would the kick Grimmi look like?
Oh God.
Oh Jesus. That's the most horrific of all of them. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd probably be being mean to people from a mansion where I constantly stream and do drugs. I think that's what I've seen on Kick.
Imagine Grimmi doing a pump.fun rug pull coin.
No! Oh, I hate those.
Skelter coin coming soon.
If you ever see a Grimmi coin being advertised, it is not real, and I will kill the person who made it. Please send me their information so I can go just murder them with that. Wait, we can't really say that.
No, we can totally say that. You're on my channel. You can say that.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I
cool.
say much edgier things than that. But yeah, I'm just imagining. Oh, God, what are you guys poor? You're just like on your phone, like, come on. Where's the pump, guys? Don't you want to be rich? You end the stream 30 minutes later. Thanks for the money, idiots.
Very few things get me angry, but that just, it's like, I don't know.
It is absolutely infuriating. But so here's the thing. It's infuriating, but at the same time, the people who get involved kind of deserve it. Like, we're so deep into the crypto rabbit hole at this point that the people who are, like, buying, like, sorry token on pump.fun, those people are also trying to scam other people. Like, those people think that they can get in early enough to dump their coins on someone else and then leave someone else as a bag holder and make money. So, like, I don't really feel bad for them at this point. Like, I feel bad for, you know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for the Hawk2a people. The people who bought into Hawk2a who, like, were just normies and they don't understand, they actually got scammed, right? Those people, yeah, there's a reason to feel bad for them. The dudes who are skulking pump.fun? No, never. I will never, no sympathy. Absolutely none.
That is a very fair opinion. That woman had a completely different subset of, like, audience that were just like, I can make $1 million, I'll just invest on my life savings. She tells me it's a good idea. I like Miss Hawk2a.
I like it when she did the spit on that thing. Funny. Let me take my child's college tuition, put it right in.
Demons, dude. I I feel so bad for them because, like, it's just like, oh, well, she's a nice lady. I gave her my money because she said she would make more for me. Like, it's so sad, those poor guys. I wouldn't.
Didn't you see her there with Pookie? She was on with Pookie the other day. God. Oh, we live in clown world.
Yeah.
And then the oh, guys, I'm so sleepy. I gotta go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Deletes Twitter space.
I saw that. I'm a big fan of CoffeeZilla and seeing how bad everything gets, and I saw that.
I love that man. He is one of, like, I consider myself an ethical journalist in the way I try to report news, and he is an absolute real one and someone to look up to in that way. He does everything he can to make sure that when he's reporting on a story, the full truth comes out about it, and that no stone is left unturned, no matter who it pisses off. It's fantastic.
Yep. I can't believe that he was just like, yeah, this guy's suing me. Anyways, I'm gonna do a couple more videos on him. He's not suing me for those yet, and they just went for it. He's a very cool guy.
He didn't care. He was just like, no, there's legitimate things to report on here. There are actual things that the people need to know about. It wasn't about views. It wasn't about money, because the reality was he was putting himself in a really disadvantageous position where he's gonna lose out financially, stress-wise. It's gonna be huge on him. The only reason he did it was for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really did.
A man of the people. Also, I just realized we have gotten stun locked. We did it again. We do this every time we hang out. We don't actually stay on topic. We're so horrible at this. Okay, we can do this. All right, chat. This is Hot Tendie Talk, and we're here to eat hot sauce and on delicious tendies and talk shop and ask questions and have discussions, which we've been doing the later part, but we haven't been doing the earlier part. So today we are going to be eating very special sauces, because a certain someone is involved very directly in a hot sauce company. So Grimmi runs Saucy Biz, which currently has 5 delicious flavors available. Yeah, right there at the link to go purchase yourself if you like the sound of any of these sauces as we go through them. There are 5 delicious flavors available right now. Little bit of torture. Grimmi Wants to Kill You. That's the sauce I had first. I actually I've had Grimmi Wants to Kill You, and I can say it is delicious. I've not had the other 4 yet, so today is going to be very special. We have Hotter Than Hentai, which is a ghost pepper sauce that is directly endorsed by Cottontail. We have Vtuber Brainworms. And then we have, Mango Molotov by Onikana. That one, I'm excited for that one. I love me some mango sauce.
Okay, it's very good. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. I'm very excited to try them. I'm very excited. But yeah, so first of all, I think everybody knows who you are, but let the people know who you are and what you do.
All right, I'm Grimmi. I play a lot of horror games. I just kind of sulk around and go crazy, but it's been happy for me. I enjoy it.
It's been a good 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs, but overall just enjoying it. I do very funny voices occasionally, and that's also fun, but concerning, because I've gotten so used to it, I just do it outside now. At the drop of a hat, so that's
Oh my god,
good,
I'm imagining you, like, walking through, like, the grocery store, like, the Whole Foods, like, aisle, like, getting your checkout, and you just switch into the Southern Belle accent out of nowhere, and they just look at you like you're insane.
Yeah, no, I do it for emphasis. That's exactly what happens. Like, I can't go to Trader Joe's because they're so conversational. They'll always just start a conversation, and they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's very nice, and they'll just be terrified. Does not work outside.
I think my favorite voice of yours is your suburban mom that you go into.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful, sweetie. Like, that one is
Oh.
It's very authoritative, and it scares me a little, and I like to be afraid.
Yay! I can do that right now. Let's see. How badly does she want me to? Sweetie, I don't want you dead. It's just when you don't live up to my expectations, it makes me very upset, and your father gets one more step closer to custody of you. And you don't want to leave mommy, do you? You don't want to leave mommy alone with nothing, do you, sweetie? So that's when I say, you do your homework, okay? That one.
That's a good one. It's a real strong one. Yeah, you see her power and her talent, like genuinely. Okay, I'm gonna glaze Grimmi a little bit. Grimmi is someone that I have looked up to for a very long time as probably one of the single most talented people in the entirety of VTubing. She does everything full measure, goes full hog with it, and is someone I think that more people should look up to if you're looking for an example of how to just, I don't know, be a very, very, very creative person.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Arthur. I don't know what I'm doing, it feels like, but it's very kind of you. I will do my best.
You already do it. You already do it. You're very good at it. But yeah, so that's what you do. Now let's dig into these. Because our tendies and nuggies are getting a little cold. So, what sauce would you say? What sauce do you want to go for first, out of the batch?
Do you want to go in terms of how spicy they are, like the least spicy?
Yeah, we could go least to most.
Okay. So we have a little bit of torture. I know it says VTuber brainworms is slightly less spicy, but all of the feedback I've gotten is that little bit of torture is less spicy. So if you want to do that one first, that's probably your
let's
best
go. Let's do it. And I have a question for you. So are there more sauces currently in the pipeline?
Yes, there is one coming out for. Let me think about how to phrase this, so I don't accidentally say anything. Okay.
Oh, you don't want to spoil anything, yeah.
There's one coming out for someone that is a content creator, but not a VTuber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly. And then there's also one coming out for a video game, and I'm really excited about both of those. So very excited.
Oh, that's so cool. That is really cool to like branch out past just VTubers. Yeah, because currently there are 3 VTuber-based sauces and 2 conceptually VTuber-based sauces. So yeah, adding more to the list is super fascinating.
Yeah, I hope it goes well. I hope everyone enjoys them.
Yeah. All right, so I have poured myself a little bit. Hold on, let me actually show the people real quick because I can do that. So I poured myself a little bit of the little bit of torture right here, available at Saucy Biz. His fans. And I have these delicious tendies here. And so let's give it a dip and let's try it out, chat.
Wait, let me get mine too. I don't have my camera on. I'm very sorry, everyone.
It's okay. They got plenty of Tendie action over on this end. Lick the plate clean.
I ordered one for the stream and then I didn't have the adapter for it because it was USB-C. Whatever C. Yeah, and I only have USB ports and it wouldn't work with my adapter.
Oh no.
So, but yeah, this one's not as bad. So.
All right, let's go for it. It's going in. Oh. Oh my god! Wow.
It's not bad.
It has a light tongue sting, with this really sweet flavor to it. It's got this really sweet and almost fruity flavor. I'm going in for a second one. This is good. It's like actually like I am a big hot sauce head. I have loved hot sauce my entire life, and I can tell you very definitively this is a good sauce. Oh.
Ooh. I'm glad you like it. It's got more of like a kind of fresh, like not grassy, but you know what I mean. Like just like a little bit more. Not earthy either. That makes it sound like dirt. It just tastes like fresh peppers.
Fresh ground jalapenos almost. You know.
Yeah.
With lightly more kick. That's what I would say.
It's a serrano pepper. Also, I realized my chicken nuggies were spicy versions, but I ate a lot of hot sauce too, so it's okay.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely delicious, delectable.
Yay!
Delectable sauce. He hates. Now, his fans. Let me ask you, Grimmi. What is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh.
You will be judged on this question.
I don't know. For some reason, I want to say, oh gosh. There's a lot of dinosaurs. I feel like I need to be a little bit more specific. Pterodactyls are pretty good, though.
Pterodactyls? Pterodactyls are really solid. Yeah, I think it's kind of an out of left field pick too. Because most people will go with a brontosaurus, a T-Rex, a raptor. Maybe they'll go for like an offhand weird pick, like the scale, the guy with the big scale on its back from Jurassic Park 3. But no, I think pterodactyls are really solid because I mean they're that kind of cross mid, right, between birds and dinosaurs, which were the natural evolutionary track of it.
Pterodactyls are not dinosaurs? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Really?
When I was young, everyone said they were dinosaurs.
Yeah. No, they were in my dinosaur books. Are you telling me that someone would put a lie in a book?
Let me think. I guess Triceratops, if, like, I gotta go for a different one. Triceratops are fun.
Ooh, Triceratops are really fun. Did you ever play the Jurassic Park arcade game that was made by Sega that was at, like, all the Chuck E. Cheese's when we were kids? The one that you would sit in a big thing and you would have, like a flight stick gun?
Yeah,
and you would, like, shoot everything on screen?
I was a wuss as a child. I still even now, like, when the Game Awards were on and they had that dinosaur thing, I was like, don't hit the dinosaurs with an axe! Like, I don't know why, but I've just been like, no! Like, constantly about it.
Oh, it's okay. But... thank you for the follows and thank you for the sub, by the way. I obviously, since this is the interview style, I should have actually mentioned this earlier. Since this is the interview style, there's going to be a lot less chat interaction than we normally have, guys. And I'll be interacting with notifications less. That's why I turned off redeems and such, like all the noisemakers and the seals and the Doug Walker appearing on screen. And I don't want to terrify you with the visage of Doug Walker today. He hates, I don't think, his fans. I think we're good on that one.
I appreciate it, but if you guys wanna if you wanna just thank people quickly or do anything like that, I won't be like, how dare you, Arthur? This is my time to be here. How dare you thank Harper Text for gifting a sub to Jazz a Hole? How dare you? I won't be like that.
This is my special time, and I want all the attention. If you don't give it to me, I will put a nail through your hand, Arthur. I will put...
No. But it's... You go for it. I won't feel negative about it if you ever want to. But on the other hand, it's all good if you want to just focus on doing the stuff. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna punch Arthur in the stomach. You guys have asked that like 12 times. I'm not gonna punch him right now. I'm sorry.
Why are they always I mean, okay, you know where it comes from? Do you know the story of that, actually? So, when I first met Hina and Mari, the first thing they did to me was Hina grabbed me by my arms, held me back, and then Mari punched me in the stomach multiple times as hard as she could. I felt nothing. I felt nothing. That woman is a twig.
She's very petite.
She's a very small lady. Yeah. And ever since then, it's just kind of become like a running gag for people wanting everyone to beat the shit out of me, just in general, in like every possible way. Hit me with a brick, throw me down a well, throw me off a 10-foot wall, rock wall into the dirt. It's just the standard, the usual.
They just want to hear you crying and dying, I guess, for some reason. Good for you guys. I won't question it. You do you. Whatever keeps you going. It's all good.
Whatever floats their boat, right? Yeah, it's a gag. Guys. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna punch him. Stop that. Thank you for saying get him. That's a very nice thing. It's all good. It's all good. If I ever happen to be in the room while Hina's holding you back, I will punch you in the stomach. How about that? It's good compromise.
I think Grimmi probably has some power behind her punches.
I'll start working out.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
Let's go.
But so, okay, I have another question for you. Another very important question that it speaks to both of our souls and hearts. Grimmi, are we insane or is Yik good?
Okay, but it got good. Everyone hasn't been playing it because they were so hurt, but it's amazing now.
Yeah, no, true. Okay, so to explain this, Chad, Yik had a major update about a week and a half ago at this point. Came out on the 2nd. They changed so much. They have reformatted cutscenes in a major way. They have recontextualized multiple scenes. They've added additional content on the beginning and end of chapters. They have completely overhauled the battle system so it is no longer dog shit. Like, the original battle system was unplayably bad. The current battle system is actually kind of fun and, like, has fun strategy to it. Yeah, I'm currently in Chapter 3, I believe, right now. And so far, I am greatly enjoying what I'm playing. There was a section at the beginning of Chapter 3 that was so good that the entirety of chat was just, like, jaw on floor, just amazed by what they were seeing. It was extremely impressive. Yeah, I think that they are actually killing it with this. Now, I haven't finished it yet. I don't know if a big key problem with Yik originally was the ending. So we got to find out if they stuck the landing or not. But if they stick the landing this time and it's not an absolute disaster like last time, which I think it's going to be good based on, like, all the interlude stuff they're adding, Yik might go from, like, a 2 out of 10 to, like, an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
It was good. It was actually really good. I was impressed that they actually really listened to feedback from literally every source they were getting, and instead of just going like, die, they went like, oh, this is very positive. Like,
yeah,
I'll work on it again, and they really pulled it together.
I mean, after some of those really bad interviews that were given by one of the brothers after the release of the game, I think that's probably what colored a lot of people's opinions of just assuming that they weren't going to. They were just gonna not listen to anybody, and they were just gonna barrel through and say, no, actually, we're smart, and you're stupid, and I made this entire game because you're dumb. So, meh.
Yeah, it seems like they've improved. Like, they've matured, it seems like. They matured.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm greatly enjoying what I'm seeing so far, and I'm glad that there is at least one other person here with me who also has the same opinion. Because, yeah, we both played the demo when the demo came out. I think we had the exact same opinion on the demo. He's like, oh, this is really good. This is really good.
Yeah. From what I've seen, gameplay is very well. The story's mixed. I think it's because it's like it feels like a Suda game now. Like, it feels like a Suda 51 game, which is very mixed, but very interesting. Like, I loved it. I think it's going to be amazing. I need to play more of it. I'm happy you liked it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna be finishing it on stream. It's gonna end up as, like, my 5th most streamed category ever.
Hell yeah, let's go!
That's what I'm known for. I'm known from news, reacts, and Yik.
There you are. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man, yeah. All right, so I've got. I made myself smaller. I've got more for you though. I've got more. Oh, but actually, we'll do one more question, then we'll try another sauce. So now I have a mix of questions that I wrote myself and a mix of stuff that chat wanted to know about you. Now here is the question: what are your top 3 horror games and why? This is gonna be a hard one.
Oh no. There's a lot of good horror games that have come out recently too. I guess one of them would probably be Silent Hill 2, now that there's 2 different versions of it that are both really good in different ways. I feel like before it was up there, but now both of them are really, really solid, so I was really, really happy about that. Why I like that one, they both have really good atmosphere, they both have a lot of really good direction. You can tell the people that worked on them were very inspired, and also they kind of both had like this thing where like everyone like was really pissed off at them. Like, for some reason, as they worked on things and as they released it, like, a lot of people were very concerned, but they really defied everyone's expectations and worked very hard on something new, and they were very happy, so.
Yeah, 2, I remember how apprehensive everyone was up to the release of 2. Like the remake. People were not excited. Everyone was like, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be the worst thing ever. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate everyone who ever likes it. And then it came out and it had almost universal praise. You know, there were still people who were sticking the muds about it and or like, oh, I don't like it. It's just kind of it's you know, then they turned into a bug and flew away. But overall, yeah, and I have not personally played it yet. because I don't play video games, I just talk. But
Good for you. Good for you.
but everything I saw of you playing it and many other of my other friends play it, it looked great. It looked like they really had a fantastic creative vision for what the game was supposed to be.
Oh yeah. No, they really did. They they had everyone against them, which was kind of fair. Like, people really like Silent Hill 2 for its original atmosphere and stuff, so everyone was very concerned, but they put a lot of stuff in it that wasn't even in the other game in terms of just kind of slightly adding to it, but never feeling too overbearing. It was really nice. I think a 10 out of 10 overall.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
No, absolutely. And it's unfortunate that it got completely snubbed at the Game Awards last night.
Robbed. He
robbed.
deserved best performance, deserved best music, deserved sound design by far. I should have been like one of the games of the year. Like it's fine, whatever. It is what it is. It's all right.
Yeah.
He has to protect Kojima. Oh god, I forgot about that. At 100,000 followers, I have to get a picture of Kojima and Jeff Keighley making out and keep it as my background for a month.
Wait, 100,000 followers on Twitch?
Yeah, if I ever get there,
so
that's
good.
what.
It's
I'm
gonna happen.
happy about it.
All right, chat, go follow Grimmi right now if you're not already. We need to get her there. We need to get her there. And how? Okay, what style will this be in though? Will this be in like the shonen? Is it gonna be like Western style? What's the specific art style will Kojima be giving a big sloppy wet kiss to the Pope himself?
I'm gonna have to find a really well-respected Fujoshi to work on this project. If anyone knows any of them.
I think we know a lot of Fujoshi.
I probably do.
We have like probably 300 names in the Rolodex.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of very talented Fujoshi artists. I'll find one. I'll find one.
Yeah, they kind of follow the woodwork.
Yeah, it'll be a very tasteful piece. No nudity.
Only passion, only love.
Only love. Yeah, and I really just hope they don't see it ever and they don't notice that I'm doing that. So
I can't wait for you to post the art and then Kojima to like it. I cannot wait for him to be the top comment on it and be like, it's just gonna say, nice.
Nightmare, death, nightmare.
Nightmare. And that's for the rest of your life, that's how he knows you.
Oh, never gonna, just like, oh, should we nominate this person for an award? No, they've wronged me 7 years ago. Dump it in the trash. I
don't know. I feel like Kojima would get the bit. I feel like of anybody, he is a man of the bit.
He is. Sorry, I was taking a drink, but no, he definitely is. I don't know if Jeff would appreciate it.
No, probably not.
Probably not. Maybe, dear God, I pray that it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get killed by a rock before then. So yay!
Yay! You won't have to worry about it. Yippee!
Let's see. If I have to think of 2 other horror games though, just to get really quickly, because I know that all of these questions are going to take like 20 minutes because we are very talkative.
We're yappy little guys, yeah.
Yeah, I think mouthwashing was very good. I usually wait for games to settle a little bit more to see if they like stick with me, but it was very, very, very good. It's unfortunate that it's getting the Undertale fandom because now a lot of people are gonna play it.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I should legally never have to see the opinion of a 13-year-old as long as I live. It should be illegal. I cannot believe what is happening to the mouthwashing fan, the fans of that game. That actual 14, 13-year-olds are a predominant lot of them on Twitter is ridiculous.
Yep, it's made out of. It's horrible because I hope that they can get through it because they seem like nice people, but it's unfortunate that it's mostly like 14-year-olds that get very upset about X, Y, or Z thing that most people are like, I don't really mind that. And then it's also the most based Fujoshi posting their very based art, to put it politely. So Oh, it's been hell.
Yeah, I remember.
It's been hell.
I saw the one that I saw recently. That was like that. The devs had to be like, "Hey, don't harass people for any reason over our game," because someone had like drawn like cute art of the girl from the game, and people were like freaking out, like, "You can't sexualize her ever!" And it was like, "What the? Huh? Like, what? What is going on?" And the dude had no idea what was going on either. He had no clue. He wasn't even. He like was like drawing it while watching a stream. He didn't even know the context of the game. Like,
Yeah, like the thing is, also like, there's a this is a minor spoiler for Mouthwash. Well, actually, I won't say it just because it's good to go in blind. But
yeah, I think I understand
there's-
the context of why people were mad. That I think that I know you were about to say that specific thing about the plot. Of why they about that character and their history.
Yeah.
But like, it's like I don't know, man. Like I don't think that like if you remove them from the context of the story, that there's any reason to like I don't know. I know it is I could understand a little bit of it, but like harassing
not at
people
all.
over it.
Not at all. No, the thing is, you don't understand. It's really easy to miss that. I didn't even notice when I first played it. Like, it's incredibly easy. If you just have, he was just like, I had it on in the background, I didn't know what happened. Like, so it's really, that context is like, I don't mind it at all. I think it's just really messed up that everyone's like, how dare you? And they're like, what are you talking about? For like 90% of the art for that game. It's okay though. People are gonna be silly. They're gonna be silly.
That's how we're on the internet, and that is how it be. That is how it do. That we just kind of have to unfortunately deal with it until they ban the children from the internet. Australia's got the right idea.
Yeah. You wanna know the funniest thing though?
What?
The funniest thing is that people were very upset about that because they really like that character. There's a whole entire fleet of Fujoshi that got really into the. Can I say the sexual F word?
Of course
like
you can.
not the. They started fetishizing one of the characters getting a lobotomy. And like it being like but like the thing is, what's really funny is that no one cared because they were not as protective as that character. They were just like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, and like everyone was just like, okay,
I did
that's fine.
see. Yeah, I think I saw someone doing a comparison post of like, oh yeah, it's fine when you sexualize these other characters in the game, but this one is off limits, right?
Yeah.
Like, that whole situation it's very ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys are saying you, but if you played the game, you'd probably be like, all right, go off, Queens. Like, just play it. Trust me.
Yeah, if you haven't played
understand.
Mouthwashing, go play Mouthwashing. I played all three of their games in a row. I played How the Fish Was Made, and what was it, the one in the middle? I can't remember the name of the one in the middle.
The DLC for How Fish Is Made, or like the secret? Like, yeah, that one was interesting.
Yeah, I played both of them before I played Mouthwashing, and then I played Mouthwashing. I played them all in a row in a stream, and I was floored. I was absolutely floored by that dev team knows how to make effective and really thought-provoking horror.
There's so many little hidden details too that people that don't really pick up on as much. Like, but again, that's something you should go see in the video.
You should
game,
experience the game and then go discuss it with other people who've experienced the game, so you can really glean how much there is to it. It is absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, really nice game.
Can I
really
introduce
wonderful.
you to the Iron Maiden mods? Can we smash Sui repeatedly with a brick until he stops moving?
Hi, Sui. Oh no.
Do you know what he's referring to?
I don't understand.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to ruin you with this knowledge, I guess, because he brought it up. So the Iron Maiden hypothetical is the concept that Sui has thought up in his sick little mind of what would you do if you had a partner and their thing was to be put in an Iron Maiden and have holes punctured all over their body, and then the holes did not cause any kind of pain to them, and they wanted you can finish that thought of what they wanted you to do.
How are you guys getting upset over the lobotomy thing? Why is a single person upset over the lobotomy thing if this is what you talk about here? What do you mean?
I want to note that is not what we talk about here. That is what Sui talks about constantly, all the time. He never shuts up about it. It's one of his many never shut up about isms. It never ends.
Very creative. You're very creative, young man. That's very interesting. Oh my goodness. But you know, it's nice that you're sharing this information. I will probably try to not think about it ever again. No, it will not spread to me.
Good. Please never think about it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of like a third horror game. It's hard.
Abaddon?
Abaddon's really good, but when I get to this point where I think like I can only have one more, I have like 6 more.
True.
I'll list them off really quickly, and then I can like kind of go through mentally. Abaddon Princess of the Decay is really good, though it's a not safe for work game, so please keep that in mind and be careful. The safe for work version is not very safe for work, though. They kept all the text in, and it got banned off Steam, which is fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's really good, though. It's really like Sweet Home if you guys have played that game or heard of it. It's like it has a bunch of new features compared to the other one. Yuppie Psycho is really good.
Oh, yes.
Corporate horror, really interesting, really one of a kind. The developers are very creative. Let's see. There's also The Evil Within. Evil Within was really good. The first one was amazing.
Do you think 1 or 2 is better?
Oh, hi Gingy. No, I haven't slept actually. I stayed up for like the past like a while. I think 1 was better for me personally, just because it felt like a combination of Silent Hill and Resident Evil. And also a lot of other interesting concepts. They didn't have time to polish the boss battles, I think, but they got the atmosphere really well. You could tell they were just like, we gotta ship it, just get it out there.
Yeah, just whatever. Just get it. Put it in the disc. Put it in the disc. Put it in the case. Get it out the door.
Absolutely. And I'm sure I've played like a handful of other really good horror games that I'm just forgetting about, but if I had to go through all of those, I'd say The Evil Within. Like, it's a really, really well-made game in terms of like its visuals. Gameplay's a little bit silly sometimes, but I don't mind it too much. I got stuck on a boss for like 2.5 hours once, but it wasn't that bad. I don't mind that kind of stuff, so.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
good.
was
Good picks.
Oh, sorry, please go ahead. There's no sleep, only stream. Oh no, I'm gonna sleep after this. I'm gonna take a nap. It's gonna be awesome. You go to sleep if you need sleep.
A little tiny honk shoo me after. Just a little. And I'm gonna keep going after. Actually, so yeah, after we finish Hot Tendie talk, I got news to cover. I got reacts to do. I got Yick to play.
Oh my god, you don't sleep then? You don't sleep at all, Arthur?
I don't. Yeah, my schedule is ridiculous. Chat. You might have missed it. We actually ended up starting almost exactly on time. But I was almost not on time because my work at the warehouse, they texted me last night while I was asleep. I only caught it because I woke up in the middle of the night, which is the day for me, telling me, hey, we're going to need you to stay an extra hour. Thanks. To which, okay, this is great. So I text them back and I say, hey, I can't do that. I have a very important thing scheduled for my second job, and I need to get out on time. Do you know how they responded? A chat GPT. They literally, their typing style changed, their punctuation and paragraphing changed. They asked chat GPT what to say and just told me no. Now, my replacement did come in on, the temp guy did come in on time. Not on time, but like he came in only 20 minutes later than I would have gotten out. So it ended up being fine. But
demonic behavior, demonic evil behavior. The world is worse.
Actual demonic behavior, vile, foul. And they may not have been talking to you in the first message either. No, the other message had a completely different punctuation style. They were definitely talking to me the first time.
They can't legally force you to stay. They can fire you.
They can legally fire you. Yeah.
They can just be like, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that you didn't do the thing that I wanted you to do, so now you don't have a job anymore. I mean, oh man. I mean, maybe someday I'll get to the point. I want to get to the point where I can just say, hey, I really don't like how I'm treated here. I quit. I quit.
Yep.
I'm gonna be a full-time streamer actually. Oh yeah, because that's where this tangent came from, was that my schedule is ridiculous. Yeah, today I worked a full 8.5 hours, and now I'm gonna stream for another 9 hours, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna do chores, and then for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna get on stream, and I'm gonna stream for like 10 hours.
How do you not want to like die? Like,
I love streaming so much. Also, I always feel like I'm behind all the time. There's always more news. There's always more videos people want me to react to. There's always more games. I feel like if I quit my job and stream full time and stream 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, I still wouldn't have enough time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel you though. There's never enough time to be alive.
There isn't. Yeah, I know,
There
right?
isn't.
It's like just all of the things you have to do and all the plates you have to spin all the time. It's a lot, but you know, we do our best. We do our absolute best, chat. And you know what else does their best? Hot sauces. It's time to try out the next hot sauce. This next what flavor? I believe you said Vtuber brainworms is the next tier of heat.
I think Vtuber brainworms or the mango one. Like you can choose which. I think they're about the same. I
Let's
might
do-
be wrong though.
I want to save the mango one for later because I'm very
Okay.
excited about that flavor. All right, so I'm gonna pour. Hold on, let me show you guys the pour here. So I'm gonna pour myself some Vtuber brainworms right here. Ooh, it's a nice wet one.
Yeah, pineapple.
Well, let me give
Lots
it
of
a
fruit.
little shake. I didn't give it a proper shake. Shake. There we go.
It's
Nailed.
pretty solid. I like it.
Give it a little more. Yeah, oh yeah, there's the chunk. There's the chunk, baby, yeah. Lick the side a little bit. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay, all right. I'm into this so far.
It's
All right.
pretty good.
All right, checky time, chat. Let's dive in to Vtuber brainworms.
Okay.
Ooh. You know what the immediate flavor makes me think of? The first bite of a piece of sushi. Like the initial flavor of seaweed.
Oh.
It's a good flavor,
Interesting.
but ooh. Oh,
It's pretty good, but it's I've never heard seaweed before. It's like good on like carne asada and stuff like that.
Oh my god. This is fantastic. These are legitimately, I'm not just glazing, chat. These are some of the best hot sauces out of the bottle I've ever had. Like non-restaurant out of the bottle hot sauces. This is really good.
Yeah, real fruit. They're very. I'm happy about it.
It's got a
Can I
light
have a
kick.
little more? Oh.
It's got a light kick to it. Oh no. I just breathed it down the wrong way. It's fine. Oh,
Oh no.
it's not
oh,
killing
no.
me. It's not killing me. It's got a very light
your
kick
time,
to
take
it.
your time.
It's got a very fruity flavor. Oh my goodness. Let me get some milk.
It's all good.
Show the label, complete the brand deal. Here we go, chat. There it is. Vtuber brainworms available at Saucy Biz right now. Fantastic. Yeah, these are the ones we've tried so far. We have tried a little bit of torture and Vtuber brainworms, and both genuinely, chat, I give these like 9 out of 10s on the flavor scale.
Wow.
They are like 9 out of 10s on the flavor scale. Like I might have to order more because I feel like I'm going to be using these daily on my meals, and I'm going to run out before the next Hot Tendie talk.
No. I'll have to somehow reduce the price so everyone can get more if they want to. I'm planning on it eventually if I can actually get to the point it's doable, feasible.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of actually, did you do the thing?
Hmm?
Did you do that thing?
Huh?
Did you forget to do that thing?
What thing?
That thing with the code?
No, you can use the code.
Oh, is the code working?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Chat,
absolutely.
we have a referral code. We have a referral code to Saucy Biz. If you want to get some saucy sauce for, is it just referral, or does it also do the 10% off?
It does the 10% off, and it's a referral code. It will not be 25% more. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. Arthur originally requested if it could be more money, and I like that someone immediately called you on it before it could even be like you could even say it. They were just like, I know what he's like.
No, I didn't say that. They're lying. They're lying about me. They're slandering my good name. Listen, but yeah, you can use. Hold on, I'll actually type this up in chat so you can do this. I
thought it was based. I thought that was an interesting concept. It's not more. It's not more. It's not more. Oh, I don't think you can buy someone twerking. Well, like, I mean, I guess you can at, like, a club for a gentleman, but maybe not. Well, I don't want to make any assumptions about you, Arthur. I don't know how you're entertaining these nice fellows.
I'm a
never
whore.
mind. Oh, okay. You can get your twerking here. Never mind.
There, you in fact can get as much twerking as you want at the Arthur Abbott channel. Yeah, I will shake butt for chat. All right, here we go. Here you go, chat. So let me pin this real quick. So you can use code SPICYIMP right now on SaucyBiz for 10% off your order. For 10% off your order of hot sauces, and genuinely, chat, I mean, wait until the end when we go through all the sauces and determine, I give you a rating and review for all of them. But so far, I mean, I give a big thumbs up to both Little Bit of Torture and VTuber Brainworms. Very good sauce. And I mean, I have tried Grimmi's Gonna Kill You, and I can say that one's also very good. But I'm excited to try the next two branded ones as well. Mm-hmm. Arthur loves inflation on prices. Google Arthur inflation to find out more.
I wish I could have made a code that was actually more money. That would have been hilarious. They don't let you do that. They assume that people are sane. They've never had to have this service for VTubers where everyone is just crazy and go like, can we actually make it so they get like a small bird with their order? Like stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
Oh, speaking of, I almost forgot to mention this. Thank you so much for the grandma candy in my order.
Oh yeah.
The little strawberry, I ate those at work over the course of several days. They're so good. I love the little strawberry treats.
That's awesome. I'm trying to find more little things I can put in there just because, this is silly, but I was like, the packaging should be eco-friendly. So when I started doing it, I was like, I'll make sure everything's eco-friendly. So I increased the price of it. So now I'm trying to like find little things I can put into it to make people more feel like they, got something fun.
Well, I don't know. I think that the pricing of these bottles is very fair for boutique, like really nice flavors like this. Like this is pretty standard from like, cause I buy a lot of hot sauces, and I've gone to like specific hot sauce stores, like stores that only sell hot sauce and like unique hot sauces, and like, yeah, like, I mean, like 15, 20, 30 bucks is like pretty standard for most bottles.
Yeah, some of them get, like, especially if they use real fruit and stuff, so I'm glad people like these. I just, I don't know, I'm crazy. At this point, I got, like, like, anytime, like, I get money from it, I'm just like, I should do more for this. So I got, like, really nice, expensive teas from Japan, and I'm gonna start putting those in the boxes, and then I'm trying to, like, I'm not very good at it. I'm trying to figure out how to make little paper cranes to put in, too, but that's taking a while. I'm not very good at that one. Ooh, dollar store hot sauce? Yeah, there's a lot of really good hot sauces out there, too. Like, I recommend trying a bunch from different companies. Like, absolutely.
You just put like a thank you note to sign them. Oh, yeah, true. Well, I mean, that depending on how many orders there are, that might be kind of strenuous.
I did it for the first several hundred. If I remember right. And then I was like, I don't have the physical time to do this at this moment, so...
I mean, you could have, like, I guess the way to do it would be, like, having, like, a pre-printed note, and then you just sign it physically. That would probably be not that much, I would assume, but...
I should do that. I never think about, like, this is the thing, like, I have crazy bad ADHD and really bad planning skills, so I'm just always like, this is the only way to do things. I have to do it right now. I didn't do it, but that would probably be a much better idea. Thank you. That's a much better idea.
Every order contains your own unique little Grimmi.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's like the smiling friend scene. It's me, Arthur. It's a little version of me.
That would be really fun.
All right, chat, we are back. We have returned. Oh no! Look at Grimmi!
Huh? Whoa, what happened to me? Oh my god, it's not like that on my screen. What happened?
Holy shit, that was impressive.
What?
You became like a 1930s film.
Yeah. Wait, what happened? Like, did it just not pick up any of my movement while we were on break? That's interesting.
I don't know. I think it felt like it like sped through all of the movement for like
Wow.
that was quite funny. That was quite interesting. Grim
wow.
Gaspar NFT.
No, you're not getting any FTs. If you see me make an NFT, shoot that person. They're not me. But anyways.
But Gaspar absolutely will. Gaspar is currently live on pump.fun.
What's pump.fun?
Oh, that's the site that everyone uses to scam people with crypto. They like make crypto on it, and then people will like rug pull people on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
weird. It's
no.
where those wonderful little individuals like Jack Doherty have been running their little grifts on people. It's yeah, and a literal like 10-year-old child did it too. Or was it 13?
God.
I can't remember. He was very young, a very young child, like scammed people to the tune of $50,000.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Quite evil. I'm looking through it right now. It feels like it's gonna put a virus on my computer. This doesn't feel safe to be here. I'm gonna turn it off. Oh God.
He scammed people too. Oh yeah. He first he made a coin, and he scammed people, and then he made a second coin called Sorry Coin, and then he scammed people with that coin. Oh, he made a third coin actually. He made a third coin that was named after his dog, and then he scammed people with that one too. And then okay, the first coin, it's even better. The first coin. People were so mad at him for scamming them on the first coin that they artificially drove the value of it up so it had a market cap of like $30 million.
What?
The crypto world isn't real. It's not. These aren't real people. Nothing is real. It's all make believe. It's all made up.
I don't understand. How do people buy food if they like crypto? How do they buy clothing? Are they just like running around in rags, like having mental breakdowns and like eating like I don't know, like woodland creatures?
They only eat tendies, just like this show.
Nice. Okay, that's lovely.
It's very nice for them. It's very nice for them. They don't. Yeah, basically, just a monopoly of scams. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh man. Okay, so I have another question for you, though. I have another question for you. So it's kind of like a discussion topic almost. So you came in to the VTubing scene at a very interesting time and were one of, I would believe, the first people to primarily focus their content on horror, on having a horror-based character, having horror be like a main talking point for when you talk about media or when you talk about when you play games specifically. How does it feel to have been one of kind of almost the progenitors of this movement within VTubing and seen its expansion and growth over the last few years, as now the horror tuber niche is much more prevalent over the like from like 2022 to 2024?
Oh, now that you mention it, like the only other horror VTubers I knew, I think, were Lena and Cabal, like, for a while. That's weird. I think it's really neat, though. I think it, like, kind of shows that, like, so many people can find little interesting things within, like, that section of, like, video games and stuff. And also, a lot of horror games come out now. I don't know what happened. Hi, Diana. There's so many. There's so many. Like, the Indie Horror Game Awards, like, the first public voting thing, there were like 235 entries for like what you could nominate for like best horror game chosen directly by people that it was absurd. I really don't know. Like it's been very interesting, but it's not something you usually think about. I've been very happy though. Like a lot of people I know, like let's see. I know Ecto is like very horror focused. I know Eros is very horror focused. I think even CC is very horror focused now. So like a lot of it has just been really neat to see people and their designs and all this other stuff. I feel like very rarely the horror design stuff also clashes with like another VTuber.
Yeah.
Which is kind of impressive. Like they're all really different, so that's really neat.
No, it's true.
Yeah. It's a very popular genre, which is great because I love watching horror gameplay. That's really awesome. Oh, Alfina was one as well.
Alfina kind
really
of pivoted, right? Like she used to be more of a witch, and then she kind of pivoted into a horror.
Maybe. I think around that time, because like I remember Alfina was like one of the first like close buddies I made. I posted like a horror, like list of horror games I was gonna play on stream like one day, and she commented on that, and I'm like, oh, nice, that's so nice. Like, that's how we became buddies. So I think she was very interested in back then, like maybe not as her main thing, but maybe I think she was pretty focused on it. Or even if she did become more into it later, like, I don't mind at all. I'm really happy that a lot of people like it, though. I think there's a lot to go around. I'm not going to be able to play every horror game that comes out just because there's
too many. Yeah, you'll never have enough hours in the day. Yeah, it'll never happen.
Yeah, which is kind of disappointing, because, like, when I started, I was just like, oh, I can play this and this and this, and I'll have time to play this and this and this and this and this and this. There's no way anymore. Indie horror games got way too big, and I think it's just because, what's his name? Scott Cawthon? Is that the name of the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's?
I think so. I think so.
I'm really bad with names. He made like FNAF, and like that took off so much. I think it honestly created like an entire genre of streaming and an entire genre of just people that really like horror games. And then from there, developers went like, "Hey, that looks pretty good. I can make a 4-long horror game. Get like $1 million if it takes off. That looks pretty good."
Yeah, I can build a game in like 2 months that like I'm actually passionate about, and then I can make like $10,000. That's pretty cool. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, like it's pretty neat to see everything coming out. The Scott Cawthon. It's not Cawthorn, is it? I've been calling him Scott Cawthorn for a while. People recently corrected me. Wait, am I wrong twice?
The real goat of horror games is Ban. Oh god. Oh god. Did you know Sui is like number 2 on the leaderboards of the Ban speedruns?
Ban him.
Yes.
Sui, show your face. Where are you? Ban him.
Kill him.
Kill him. It's okay. I like ban. I'm sorry. Ban him. Yeah, that's so fun. Oh my god. It was not Cotton Hill. That's the name. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it's really nice to see VTubers doing it. I think it's a really interesting, I guess, genre, and a lot of people don't really like playing horror games. A lot of them like watching them, which is okay. I understand that.
Yeah, some of the people have it's the stress of playing them, because a lot of them can be very high stress of managing the resources and escaping whatever ghoul is chasing you down. So it makes sense to an extent, yeah. But it's been a very interesting niche to watch get filled by people and see how because so many people have been able to come into the space and do really interesting stuff with the genre. As content creators, as streamers, which is very, it's interesting because it's almost a gape of what YouTube used to be, right? Like in the early 2010s, that was YouTubers playing horror games, and then playing Amnesia and Slender Man, and then screaming and going into their blue Yetis, that was. With their like 480p webcams. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, like it's nice though. I remember those days fondly. Like, I don't know anyone that's not a horror creator. Like I've thought about this recently. Like, I don't know anyone like beforehand. Like, just people will be like, "Hello, it's nice to meet you, Grimmi. I've done this and this," and I'm like, "Who are you?" And I'll check afterwards, and like they'll have like 1 million followers, and I'll be like, "Oh shoot, I should have. I feel bad now." Like, but it's like I know like Queso because they play a lot of horror games.
Yeah,
I know people like that.
I am so genuinely so glad he has been getting his flowers for this year from multiple different award ceremonies, because he deserves it. He's like a legitimately good guy. He's like a very good guy. He's in that classic style of face cam streamer, similar to Germa or Vinny. He really, it's really cool to me that the next generation of viewer is getting that experience still, and that it hasn't become like lame to them, right? Like I really assumed that the next generation of stream viewer was into W culture, right? It was all like screaming and yelling and lighting things on fire, and then, and showing our private parts when we see Chica on screen. Like I thought that it was over, but yeah, no. Queso is not only like a reasonable dude who is just like a nice Southern guy, but who does great content, but he appeals to tons and tons of people.
Yeah, like he seems like a very nice person is the thing. I think people Oh, be nice to Arthur. Why L. Arthur win Grimmi? No, you listen here, Zone. That is a very rude thing to say to your streamer. He's putting on a good show for you, and you will be polite to this young man. I'm not your mom, sorry. But I think people want to like have people be nice to each other these days. Honestly, I think it's kind of becoming a trend where people are just like, oh, they're happy. Wait, I don't have to hate everyone.
Yeah, wait, I don't have to be mean all the
yeah.
time. I don't have to be horribly mean. L. Grimmi now.
L. Grimmi now, fine. I'll take the L. Just give Arthur the W. That's fine. He's very good for younger audiences in today's age. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like Markiplier, Queso, like it was also
Jacksepticeye.
yeah. The thing is like people that are polite and stuff. Like I think it's kind of nice for kids to grow up with them. So it's kind of nice. I don't know. It made me happy to see him win everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was nice. Which you know what? Actually, that leads us perfectly into my next question for you. So, with the evolving landscape of live streaming, and specifically VTubing being, this is a very personal Arthur opinion. I feel that VTubing is very often very stagnant.
His fans.
Do you think that VTubing in its current format is good where it is, or do you think that we should more be trying to emulate what our fleshy brethren are doing? Do you think that we should be taking more influence from other things such as facecam streamers, or do you think that the VTubing is in a good place right now?
I'm trying to think, because like I think there's certain things that the VTubers kind of excel at that face streamers can't, and vice versa. Like, it's kind of like I think VTubers can be more creative in some ways. I think it's. I'm trying to think about exactly how to say this because I don't want to say we just shouldn't be like into like, we just shouldn't be into like what's it called, face streamers at all. But I think there's probably a good happy medium where people can probably take some things away from like the people that face stream, and people can probably take some nice things away from the people that VTube, ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to say one thing, I feel like a lot of face streamers are way more into like kind of like having their whole screen projected and picking people throughout like their entire stream. Like with that, VTubers generally use more like window captures and things like that. For whatever reason, maybe they have pictures of themselves on their like computer or things like that, or like NDA stuff.
Or we don't like, doxing ourselves constantly with random tab outs, and we actually learn how to use our. So this is actually a thing that big criticism that I have of a lot of like old school facecam streamers is that they are very slow to learn how anything technical works, and by that I mean they never learned how anything technical worked to begin with. So they just do what they think is the easiest possible thing, which is just capture their entire monitor at all times, and then they flash up some boobies in the middle of a stream because they didn't actually click, because they also happen to use their streaming PC as their primary PC very foolishly.
No, I don't think that. Yeah, I would say new PC, baby. New PC, baby.
Maybe I'm. This is just an Arthurism, but maybe when you're making over $100,000 a year as a streamer, you should probably have a second PC to stream on than the one that you do your unmentionables on. Just maybe. It's a crazy idea, but
absolutely.
See, Engineer usually having his Facebook tab in the corner comes to mind. Yeah.
Oh god, that's rough. Oh no. Also, I really hope VTubers never get into streamer house meta. I can't think of a single time that's gone well for human beings as streamers. Everyone seems to eventually go crazy because streamers are usually people that have autism. Not in a mean way, it's just all, like, 90% of the people that stream do. Like, they have autism, or ADHD, or autism and ADHD, and it's just, it's not fun to be around 12 other people that are also, like, stressed out easily by being around others, I think. So, I don't know. Like,
listen, what if VTuber commune? But what if we all buy a big farm in Missouri?
I
and and then we start collecting guns, and then we declare ourselves our own micronation, just like Doug Walker.
I think that would be cool.
That would be pretty badass, actually.
Until everyone gets shot. That would
that
be awesome until everyone gets shot. Like, awesome.
This just in, 17 VTubers have been Ruby Ridged today. Oh, God.
Absolutely.
Surmounts been making VTuber doomsday cult.
That's just Fish Tank. Did you see Fish Tank? It was horrible on those poor people.
I didn't watch Fish Tank, no. I heard about it, though. Oh. I heard it was insane.
One of my roommates got super into it, so I'd constantly hear updates about it, and it made me think that would be the most uncomfortable thing that could happen to you as a human. It kind of got me off board with, like, I don't know. I'm the type of person that, like, I get too overwhelmed and overstimulated. I need to be alone after 2 hours of being around any other human being. It's just, oh my god, those poor people. Like, they spit on them at one point. Like, they just all started spitting on people for, like, anyway.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, Fish Tank is funny because I wasn't there. That's fair. Yeah.
True. Wait,
yes.
VTubing shines by its own merit. There is a good things that can emulate, like create videos in certain topics on YouTube, but most of the time, VTubers came out up with more creative ideas. I would agree to an extent. I do feel like, so my opinion is a little different than Grimmi's. I do feel that very often a lot of VTubers get stuck in this loop of only copying other VTubers, and then it becomes like this Ouroboros, like, human centipede of constantly shitting in each other's mouths, the same ideas over and over and over again, of everyone thinks, oh, you gotta do an outfit debut, you gotta do a karaoke stream, oh, here's the part where I play Phasmophobia for 300 hours in a row, multiple streams. And, you know, like, these content ideas aren't necessarily bad, but I think it becomes frustrating when it's all you see over and over and over and over again from everyone. People become very cookie cutter. They aren't really accentuating their like, what makes them special and interesting. And I think that taking from as many sources as possible as any kind of content creator is something that you should do. You should take the good or interesting concepts from anywhere you can find it and incorporate it into your content until you find a thing that, you know, works for you. Because in many ways, a lot of ways that I stream is very face camera-esque, right? It's a lot of reacting, a lot of talking about the news, a lot of playing meme games. Like, these are all things that are very, very common in the flesh space. And then, you know, and then this is I'd say much more of a VTuber thing, right? Like, a talk show is much more of a VTuber thing when it's outside the context of a podcast, you know. Every white guy in his 30s has a podcast, but I had to be unique and special.
Oh yeah. I think it's interesting. I never really thought of it that way. I think it's important to come up with interesting things you want to do, like, consistently, like, especially things that make you very happy, too. Like, I really like indie games, so I do, like, a little showcase of them, and then the winner at the end, chosen by Shaq, gets, like, $100, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, you have an indie showcase coming up on Sunday, right?
Saturday, actually.
Saturday, okay, yeah, it's Saturday.
I have a lot of stuff to do on Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.
You're gonna get a lot of sleep tonight, let me tell you.
I am gonna try really hard. I'm gonna immediately take, like, I don't know, sometimes my, like, sleep stuff just doesn't work. I just stay awake and I'm like, oh my god, now I'm tired and now I have to go back to work. Let's go, let's do this. So, either way though, but having good events, having, like, little things that you want to do, like, outside of VTubing. Also, just going and, like, reading or doing other stuff is probably very important, so you don't just go,
yeah,
I love that they played the Indiana Jones game. I have to play the Indiana Jones game. I have to play this new thing that came out. I have to play this specific horror game that's, like, really, like, been, like, very big. Like, so what you're saying is totally true. Like, you go do you. You go do you,
yeah.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, find the things that you enjoy, and don't feel constrained, because I hear a lot of people talking in the VTubing space talking about how they feel, like, creatively burnt out and they don't know what to do. And then I ask them, I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, what's your content? What do you do? I play Final Fantasy and Dead by Daylight and Hunt. So what else do you do? And it's like, okay, there's our issue right here. we found the problem. We discovered the issue. There's more we can do here. There's more we can do. But, you know, actually, bringing up hobbies is actually very interesting, and interests, because that is actually one of the questions that I have here for you. What do you do, Grimmi, outside of the streaming world for hobbies and interests? What does Grimmi do when she is alone and needs to entertain herself?
I guess usually I read SCPs and I read books. I feel like I'm usually like streaming so much that like I can't really have any other time to like do stuff, but like I just read books. I read stuff like that, like let's see, like the stuff I've been reading more recently. Actually, no, I'm reading I'm reading an SCP book, the one about the Anti-Memics Division.
Ooh.
Like that's what I've been reading lately. It's really good, but it's still SCPs.
Yeah.
I think I just have that combination of like ADHD and autism that makes me want to just never stop reading SCPs, and that's very unfortunate for everyone around me because all I talk about are SCPs now. I annoy the crap out of everyone. It's really frustrating for them, probably.
Listen, I personally, as someone who has fallen down that rabbit hole maybe 3 or 4 times in the last few years, like, I don't think it's ever not entertaining. It's always super interesting.
Hell yeah, I didn't know you had SCP favorites. I gotta ask, okay, after this I gotta get your favorite SCPs. I want to do more streams of it, but I do streams where I read someone's SCP out loud, their favorite one. Now it's back to streaming, I have no hobbies. But like I read their favorite out loud on stream, and then I call them if they're around, and then they get to tell us all why they like that SCP so much and explain it. And it's very interesting, everyone has very different ones. So, very cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's okay, Grimmi. We all watch Nagi. We're used to book reading SCP nerds.
Oh, that's nice. That's wonderful.
It's true. She is a huge dork. It's true.
Oh, have you seen the Volgan on YouTube? Like,
yes,
very nice stuff.
I love Volgan stuff. Oh my goodness, he is such a good presentation style.
Absolutely amazing. And then there's so many good like what else do I watch? I watch Tasting History a lot. Like that's another hobby. I'll watch Tasting History and just be like, it's cool that these people died eating this. This is interesting. It was hundreds of years ago. This is crazy. That one's good. Trying to think if I have any other hobbies. I think most of my time is VTubing or planning for streams or like having meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel my life is literally just like streams, thinking about streams, organizing streams, going to IRL work, getting home, and then if I have a day off, it's chores, taking care of Dolce, and then if I have a whole day that I want to do something, it's go drive around and buy microphones.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Speaking of, let me show you something cool. So, I hit reverb by accident. So I got a good deal on eBay the other day.
Ooh.
I got not 1, but 2 CAD E100SXs.
Wow, holy crap.
2 for $80, which is a very good deal. Yeah, sponsored by Cat Audio, by the way. That's not a bit. That's not a joke. I am actually directly sponsored by this company. But I picked these up for a really good deal. It is the CAD this semi-ad, little tiny bit. I bought these because I like giving microphones to friends to upgrade their audio setups. Because as you probably know, many VTubers don't know, or streamers in general don't understand microphones, and they like, wow, I heard a Blue Yeti or a HyperX were good mics, and then I scream as loud as I possibly can.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the CAD E100SX is an extremely unique super cardioid microphone. It's got this ice cream sandwich design. It's got a high pass filter built into it that sounds really good. Built-in shock mount, and it is currently available for only $60 on Amazon. For a really good, this microphone is like honestly the quality of like a $200 microphone. It's ridiculously good. I've used it many times. I have several other CAD microphones like the original S variant. And I bought these 2 specifically so that I could give them to friends. Because I love helping people out. I've recommended numerous friends to upgrade their USB microphones off of that to this, and basically everyone who's gotten them so far has been very happy with them.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Super cardio, do you want to lose weight or something? Oh my god. I was BRB gonna give a Yeti to somebody. Here's your daily audiotism. Yeah, I can't get through a stream without talking about microphones at some point.
Just enjoy it. Just go for it. If it's your hobby, all the more power to you.
Yeah, I do love them. I love them. I love collecting them. I love having my big wall of cool microphones. I love helping people out with their audio setups. It's been very nice. It's been really nice that people now come to me for advice on what gear to get to like get an affordable setup within their budget that's going to sound like the maximum, the best it can possibly sound. Instead of buying a $150 HyperX, they're buying like a Universal Audio Volt 1 and a Shure SM57 with a pop filter, and they're sounding 10 times better than they would have sounded.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah!
Daily Hodges 187.
I have some pretty good microphones, but I just never changed my settings on, and I've just been like, I'll do it tomorrow. It's been 2 years.
Did you ever move off of? I remember you were using a clone Neumann. Are you on a Neumann now, a TLM 103?
Like right now, I actually just use my old microphone because I was like, I should set this up, but I should be careful of it. My cats are gonna do something bad to it. So it's just been sitting there. Whenever I do voiceover, I sometimes pull it out. So I need to set up everything a lot better. That's the thing. I usually just go like, I have to take care of these 10 things today. Okay, I took care of 5. I'll take care of the 5 more tomorrow. Okay, I have to take care of these 10 things today. Okay, I took care of 5. So it's
the 5 keeps getting pushed to the back burner every time.
It needs to be something I do. So eventually.
Someday. Yeah. True. Okay, I got more questions. So next question is, VTuber traditions. What out of all traditional VTuber ideals, which one do you think is the one that we could do without? The one thing, thought process in VTubing, or thing that everyone does all the time, do you think that we could just eliminate?
Wanting to get bigger. I think that kills everyone's desire to be a VTuber, honestly. The thing is, it's good if you have goals and you want to get somewhere good, but I think it's much better to have goals of how you want to entertain people or how you want to be healthy about it or help your fans or stuff like that.
Fans.
I'm gonna be real with you. I was thinking about this recently. I was happiest when I had, and I'm really happy to be where I am. Please don't take this as me complaining. Anyone that's here that watches me, please don't. I really am happy that we all get to spend time together and have a good time. I was honestly happiest when I was at 30 CCV. That was the happiest I was. I know that it's really
there's more stress put on you, right? Like this is your career now. You have more people that you have to be pleasing basically through your content. You have more people as you grow. More people are weird and shitty for literally no reason. There are a lot of negatives that come with growth in VTubing that people just don't really think about, and they forget. Some of the simple joys of back when you first started, of just being there with a small chat of close people who just wanted to hang out and talk and play a game,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was really nice at 30 because I could just ask everyone about how their day was and talk to them and get to know each and every one of them, and it was really nice. Just I don't know, it felt really positive. I feel like I really wanted the social aspect out of VTubing. Not that it's not, but I'm very grateful for everything.
Yeah, but no, I understand. I understand what you mean. Yeah, because I've gotten to the point where I can't address people by name constantly in chat anymore, right? Because there are just too many people. If I was slowly addressing every single person by name and reading every comment now, out loud, I still read every comment, but I don't read them out loud. It would take up the majority of the stream. It would be impossible. Yeah, but I do really agree with you. I think that one of the most toxic elements of VTubing culture, in just mainstream content creation in general, is the exponential growth brainworms paradigm. It is the feeling of I have a goal and I need to get to that goal, or I'm worthless and I'm trash and I'm miserable, and it kills your enjoyment of this. It has destroyed so many people's love for content creation. I've seen so many people quit because they make it all about the growth, all about getting bigger, and they lose sight of why they even did this in the first place, what they were doing, and why they enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean that's 100% it. I think the biggest thing is I could recommend I don't know, like focusing on like growth and stuff, or saying like I'll have this many followers by this time. I think it makes people a little bit miserable. Maybe it's just me, but like I think that's probably what I do away with. Like just giving people lack of brainworms due to like numbers and stuff. As for how I would pay my bills if I didn't get big, like I don't mind figuring out that. Like it's okay. Like I'm really happy and really grateful, but I think I just really like the social aspect of it and like stuff like that. So it's nice just to talk to people and talk about video games and stuff. So
No, true.
but it's also fine if everyone has goals related to like getting bigger or like
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Like, I
so.
don't think there's anything wrong with having a goal, right? Like, or like, because I have goals too, right? Like, my goal is I want to at some point be a full-time streamer. I would like to be able to quit my IRL job and just do this as my job. 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. Arthur streams all the time, no breaks, go, 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 and then I have a heart attack when I'm 35. You know, like the classic life. But and there's nothing wrong with setting a goal, but the problem is having unrealistic expectations with that goal and letting it affect you severely negatively mentally. Like being like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't hit 5,000 followers before the end of 2024. What's even the point? You know, why do my CCV isn't XYZ by X date? Why am I even doing this? What's wrong with me? Am I even putting out the right kind of content? Because that can also often lead to you doing like this really weird thing where you start to do content that you think is going to be more popular instead of what you want to do. And so that in a roundabout way kills your enjoyment because you're not actually doing anything you like. You're just doing what you think algorithmically will do the best.
Yeah, that's why I think it's very important too. It's totally great if you have goals, but related to that stuff. But like you have to have goals outside of that, like planning an interesting stream, or trying to figure out what people would enjoy, or like just putting aside like some interesting news or topics you'd want to talk about. Like I don't really do like general news, but I'll usually bring up like UFO sightings every week, and then just talk about those like on Sunday or something. So that's where I'm usually at with it. I think those are very important, and those are primarily like what you need to focus on if you want to grow anyway. I think so.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah, mindset
also,
matters hugely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We do deliver to Canada. The shipping might be a little high, but it's often adjusted. Just because those are the quotes we get from like the post stuff for some reason, but then we usually go through it on our end on like the actual website and reduce it quite a bit. I don't know why it's like that. I'm very sorry about that. But if you buy it in Canada, you'll probably get a very large like shipping thing, and I'm just gonna go in and reduce it to like whatever the amount should be. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very messed up for some reason. I don't know why it's like that, but I have to fix it. I have to fix everything. It's 5 things tomorrow. 5 things tomorrow.
5 things tomorrow. 5 things tomorrow.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
There you go.
I feel you absolutely on this, and I would love to see the day where people are, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to grow, but there is something wrong with killing your passion by wanting to grow. 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which I think that actually it leads pretty well into my next question about professionalism versus honesty in streaming. Where do you think the line is or should generally be? I know it's different for everybody, but like, at what point do you think is the line between this is stuff that you shouldn't be putting out to the public as a content creator and stuff that is perfectly fine to, because you don't want to be like a corporate suit, like an analog creature that is just completely like devoid of any kind of human personality?
Yeah, I think honestly the biggest stuff that you have to think about is I try to be very honest about like what I usually talk about and say, like but I also do think that like how do I put this politely? For some reason VTubing has attracted like a very intense audience related to being very us versus them on stuff. Which I think requires a lot of like professionalism not to rile anyone up. You have to be very careful of what you say and what you
Yeah.
do and how you behave. Otherwise, you could
I think
make
it's
someone
part of
very
anime
worried.
culture almost. Like, anime culture has always been very adversarial with opinions on things. And I think that culture kind of just bled into VTubing. It's like video game and anime culture. Both those things, opinions on things can be very, very adversarial and vicious if you don't have the same opinion as someone. So yeah, that kind of like plays into it in a way. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so I think you should be honest about how you feel. I think it's probably best to try to be... I think just in everyday life also, it's probably best to try to mend relationships and be kind to others, and then I think that'll probably go a long way.
Yeah.
It is very hard, but also, like, I think if people are being a little bit intense towards you, or, like, not sharing, like, everything on your side of the story and creating professional problems, even then, I'd say it's probably best just to, like, be yourself and show people consistently that you're gonna be polite and friendly and do stuff like that. Like, that's kind of where I'm landing with it. Like, I definitely regret some stuff, like, in terms of, like, some stuff, but, like, in terms of, like, not being as kind to people as I could have, like, related to, like, doing streams and stuff. Like, I know it's very rare, but, like, try to stay on that point. Like, I think it's just very good to try to be kinder and try to be honest. And, I don't know, if you're...
Yeah, well, not letting people walk on you at the same time, right? Like, there is an extent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's an extent to patience that should be given. But yeah, I agree with you in a lot of ways that patience should be extended, and especially not to open up wounds and cause unnecessary issues with other people in streaming. This is something that I see a lot. Like, this is, I mean, you're probably gonna have like a fucking shiver go up your spine thinking about this. You've probably seen it a dozen times of, you know, people who will like put their very personal dirty laundry on their professional VTuber Twitter account. We have to hear about their horrific breakup that is going on, that is completely emotional and between two people and has nothing to do with the chat or the audience at all. Or just like or putting their beefs and their personal problems with other creators onto social media. That's like, when someone isn't like... Listen, it's one thing when, like, it's someone doing something really fucked up. But if it's just, like, I didn't like the way that that this collab went with them, maybe don't post it on Twitter. Maybe, how about you just make a Discord that's only you, and you post the tweet you were gonna post in there, and then you never let it get out. Just leave it there.
Very smart. Very smart.
That's your personal Twitter now. That's where you post all the dark thoughts.
That's a good idea, honestly. Just a very, like, I don't know. It's a very good idea to just kind of give yourself space to think about things. I think it's also very good to just, have fun with everything and be very upfront about how you feel on some levels, but not necessarily go like, this specific person is the devil. Like, that's a bit concerning for them. It got amputated in a car? Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
can she have it? Can Grimmi have it?
No, I don't want that if it's your girlfriend due to that's
okay.
your hand to keep. That's your hand to keep. That's your hand.
You wanted the tender meat on the hand, though.
That's very nice, but they think they were doing some interesting stuff. But what I would say is, like, keeping your relationships professional is very positive. It's okay to make friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that. I think it's good to also, like, figure out your own boundaries that you have with things, like, let's see, like, they're gonna be individual to, like, everyone. You're gonna have your own boundaries that you come up with, like, the time that you have here.
And
like, some people
gonna
are
be
just
very, very situational, too, to each specific, like, back and forth of what happens, too, right? Like, in general, I would always tell people to, like, communicate as much as possible with others. Communicate as much as possible, and communicate your feelings. And it's unfortunate if people don't understand what you're saying, but you need to at least try. And it is better than bottling things up or blowing up at people. I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen a lot, of people just, like, absolutely going there. They really go through it out there, man. They really go through it.
Oh yeah, I think I think it's good to figure out your boundaries and figure out like what makes you stable, like what makes you happy, and just try to get it all together and not go crazy. Like I have boundaries that probably other people wouldn't have related to stuff like that. Like not in a negative way, but I'd never, ever at this point ever want to date another VTuber, just because I think that it would be or streamer, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I think that it could get way too intense and stuff like that. But I know some
Yeah.
people that are very happy in their situations
Yeah.
and stuff.
It really depends on the person, right? Because like I have heard of I know VTuber couples who are extremely happy and who have found like someone that they really care for and that click very well. And I know other VTubers who have blown through like 5 other VTubers and they and left a trail of fucking destruction and chaos in their wake. And then in those cases like that, maybe they shouldn't have in the first place. Maybe they maybe that shouldn't have maybe not. Maybe there's some that when you start hitting a pattern.
Yeah, I think if you get to that point, it's time for therapy. I think after one, it should probably be time for therapy. But I mean, they're adults. All the more power to them. Enjoy life.
At the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do, right? They're gonna make the decision of what they want to make. It's just, but yeah, you should absolutely try to be respectful to everybody that you interact with. You know, like whatever you choose to do in the scene. I don't necessarily I don't begrudge anyone for the choices on that, right? I don't begrudge anyone who chooses not to completely abstain from interacting like romantically with other content creators in any context. And I also don't begrudge people who choose to get into romantic relationships with other content creators or even viewers. I've known some people who got into relationships with viewers and it worked out very well for them.
That's crazy to hear. I don't know. I feel like that's scary. I don't know. Sorry. That's not the right thing to say. If they're happy, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember that PewDiePie's wife was a viewer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's
there are many people who are in relationships with people who are former viewers where the power dynamic was not a issue. Because there's always that natural power dynamic between a streamer and someone who is a fan. But I think it's important in those situations. Like I've seen situations that I've seen it done right, other person on the other end they've been very communicative about the issue and been like, hey, like just remember, I'm just a person, and like please don't treat me any differently or make decisions based on what I do, you know, like and yeah, I've seen it work out. You know, I've also seen it not so much work out, but I think it's more varied and people give it credit for, definitely.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Drew Gooden's wife started as a fan. Yeah.
Oh, I had never really considered stuff like that. Like I always just heard horror stories of like people almost getting stabbed. So that's really nice to hear. I'm really happy for them, and I'm really happy that that's something that can occur.
Yeah. It's not for everybody though. Like it really, I think it comes down to just like you said, personal boundaries and what you're comfortable putting yourself at risk. Because like honestly, any of that is always putting yourself up to some level of personal risk, which can be really scary. It can be very terrifying. So, speaking of terrifying, what do you think the future of VTubing is going to be? Because we've gone so far in the last 4 years since the debut of EN Gen 1 from HoloLive when things really started popping off in the West to today. And it's been such an insane journey. But where do you think at what point do you think we're going to be in another 4 to 5?
Oh gosh. Let me really think about this. In 4 to 5 years with VTubing, let's see. I'm trying to think exactly how to phrase this. I think the people that are more creative and doing more interesting stuff consistently are probably going to get bigger. Mm-hmm. I foresee them like starting to make more friends with like people that do regular streaming. And
you think the bridge will become much more whole and built between because we have some bridges right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, between people like Mousy and many other facecam streamers. But yeah, you think there's going to be much more of that?
I do. I think there's going to be much more of that. I also think there's probably going to be more groups like Astroline and
Mm,
Vichibon. There's probably gonna be more of that, like just like smaller, I guess like friends group sized, like stable, like small corpos.
yeah.
That are usually run,
I
yeah.
pray for the death of the mini corp of what we currently have as a mini. Did you know later on today I'm covering like the 27th mini corp that fell apart because the guy running it was some weirdo in his mom's basement this week? Like
Yep.
it just keeps happening. How do they
Yep.
keep falling for it every time? Like it's yeah, I do hope I agree. I hope that we get to a point where that is the norm, where it's people forming together a group that is like self-governed, and that they're the ones hiring out people rather than some idea guy that signs a bunch of talents and then proceeds to not pay them.
Yeah. I think I think that'll probably happen over time, like where those start to be a little bit less trustworthy. I think it's just when you like when people get into like places like that, like if they're impressing someone enough to get into like a corporation of any size, like depending on where they're at, uh, there's this inherent feeling of just like, I'm special, I did it, I'm special, I did it, I'm so excited. So they're willing to look past quite a bit for like quite a while until they eventually start noticing that they are either losing a tremendous amount of money or not getting any like help or like something like that. Like something like that'll occur and they'll eventually finally reach their limit.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's almost like and I don't mean this in like not every company, not every corporation, but it's almost kind of like a cult where people are just like, oh, I feel really good. I made it into this, and like I can forgive these small things, like
Yeah,
just
a
because.
lot of
Yeah,
phrasing I hear from people is this like, and I hate to, I hate to rag too much on things that I see as to an extent a very positive light in, because I think that a lot of the early corporate work paved the path for us, right? But unfortunately, a specific like brain rot has kind of melded into a lot of VTubers' minds that you need to join a company to make friends and make connections with other people. That's a phrase every single time I have one of these companies that falls apart and that I'm doing research on, that I'm talking about on the show, it almost without fail, I hear someone saying, I wanted to join a company to make friends. And I have to scream into my headset, brother, they weren't friends in the first place. It's a job. It's a job. Sometimes you can make friends with people at work, but that is not why you get it. You don't get a job at Costco to make buddies with the bagger. This is a ridiculous statement. And if you go into those situations, then they can take advantage of you if they're scumbags. Because then you're emotionally connected to the place, and they're like, oh, you know what'd be really cool? If we just cut your wages and then, like, took all your merch revenue away from you. Is that fine? You're like, yeah, I love my corporal family. It's it's really bad. It's a really bad pain point, and it's unfortunate that people think that.
yeah. I mean, honestly though, I really like the idea of being in like a group. Like
Yeah.
I would love that more than anything. Just like as long as it's like a stable place and I know that like people are relatively happy there. Like I would do anything to just have like a ladies group that I hang out with, like anything.
Yeah, being a part
It's
of
what
a
I've wanted
group
for so long.
is fucking awesome. Like I have a group of Team Wolf, Team We Hate Our Fans. And we're just like bros. We just hang out. It's just like a bunch of people who all know each other and hang out and will do stuff with each other every once in a while and pop on each other's streams, and it's great. It's a really nice time. And like that's the reality is we can just do that. We don't need some middle manager taking 30% of our income in order to have a friend group that we hang out with and jump on each other's streams. Like,
Yeah,
we
that's
can do that
true.
for free.
I don't know. There's part of me that just really, really, really wants to be in like a nice like group with like a manager. It's just like, oh, it's a nice dream though. I think it's maybe not something that'll ever happen for me, but
I don't
this
know.
way. But like,
I could see
I don't
it
know,
happening
it's-
for you someday.
Maybe,
Someday down the road.
maybe somehow, some way, I'll always pray for it. But like that's been my biggest motivator since I've started. Like, I wanted that so badly, but it's absurd how badly. But it's okay. Let's see. I think but yeah, I think overall, I think this was where we're seeing VTubing going. I see it going in a good direction. I don't think people are gonna start hating VTubers. I think it's probably actually gonna get more popular. Uh, I think there's probably gonna be more regulation in place though. Like, that's something I could see happening in terms of like, not just related to VTubers, but I think it was the Federal Trade Commission. Like, they recently started saying that like if people are botting their numbers in any way, shape, or form, they can now be like, I guess, just prosecuted for it.
That's fucking
Like,
cool. Let's go.
yeah, it's probably gonna. I don't know who it's gonna happen to, but it's probably gonna eventually affect some people, which is gonna be crazy to see.
Mm.
But like, yeah, it's getting to the point where if like people do sponsored streams or things like that, like anything, or like if they take brand deals associated with like their VTuber character or something like that, they're probably gonna start getting lawsuits in place stuff really quickly, which I thought is really interesting. Like, I follow economic news, and I was like, that's weird. That's gonna be crazy.
No, that's
But,
good. Yeah, there's so many issues with like yeah, I mean, have you been following the stock picking stuff that's been happening recently? I've seen a lot of Atriarch talking about that. Of that there were a bunch of finance YouTubers who were getting paid to promote stocks that
Yeah.
then immediately had big pump and dumps.
Yeah.
That should absolutely be a crime. That should be a crime. They should be prosecuted for that. There's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And yeah, I think a lot of the things you're saying though are pretty accurate. I think that a lot of people are very doom and gloom about VTubing. They're very like, it's over. The hype is over. VTubing is dying. Nobody cares about it. No. It's here forever. It's going to have a continued, slow, gradual climb into the mainstream. I don't think VTubing will ever hit quite the heights of the top, tippity top of streaming, because I think there are inherent niches to it. But I think that normalization is continuing very slowly in the community, especially with things like Kai and Iron Mouse hanging out, you know? Like, things like that are a huge bridging gap, a huge handshake across the bow.
I think so. I think, I actually, on that point, I disagree. I think VTubers probably could become about as big as, like,
You think
face
so?
streamers. I think it's gonna have to be done in a very specific way, though. I think VTubers need to branch into, like, some sort of other thing to promote themselves. Like, Frederick runs Down the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
Nick Nocturne runs Nightmind, and I think that having those bridges is gonna probably be what bridges people more into watching specific VTubers, like them being, I don't know how to put it other than like, I guess have not in a negative way, but like VTubers that kind of have like more of like an edge in terms of like being able to offer something besides just VTubing. Like,
yeah,
those are
more
probably
more
gonna
than
be the
just
ones
streaming.
that,
I would agree. Yeah, like, you know, like Ken Ashcorp has started VTubing under his Bunny Boy persona, and like he, you know, you can, so a lot of people have found him through his music and gone to his streams. Yeah, no, I would agree. I think that like bridging between normal like mainstream content into VTubing is a great way to, and it's something I think a lot of VTubers should be trying more of, like edited content, you know, edited video content. The fact that there's not more people doing that, like, if I had the time, I would be doing that. I would be making video essays if I had unlimited time, but I have watched this streamer channel that has 500 videos in it, so I don't.
Yep, no, I feel you. I'm the same way, where like I've actually even gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I can do this amount this day, and I can do this and this, and then I just don't have the energy to. But trying to get back on a better schedule, so I will. Yeah, I've wanted to do like essays about horror games and stuff for like before I was even a VTuber. So hoping I can do that eventually, but I'm not sure if that'll necessarily be the thing that catches on too much. Like, It's just, I think people that have specific skills that get noticed in other places, like if there was a VTuber band, they would be crazy big if
Oh
like they
yeah.
produced really good music. Like it would be
No,
insane.
I don't know. I think that's a great. I think that essays on horror games is perfect for you. It's you have a fantastic voice. You are very eloquent when you're describing and explaining things. People love that style of content. I can't tell you the number of times that I have just sat there watching like a 2-hour video essay on like Resident Evil or like Shadow Hearts. So like I think that's a very good pathway for you to try
Oh,
to
heck yeah.
hit the mainstream.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just love doing that stuff in general. I feel like getting to notice little details about different games and like the characters' motivations is really cool.
Mm.
Also just being able to recommend like short games with like, I guess like shorts, and saying stuff like that. Like I want to get more into it, but
Yeah.
VTuber rappers always pop off. Oh wow, I didn't know that. But yeah, I think if you consistently do it, it'll probably get big in stuff like that. Like if you find a niche that really connects with people, it's just probably going to be hard for most VTubers to be multi-talented and also like releasing stuff consistently. So
Yeah. It's all about that
it'll probably-
determination. It's all about putting in the time, putting in the effort,
Yeah.
and really like not half-assing or half measuring anything. I think that's a big thing that both of us have always been on that same wavelength of try to put in best effort. You know, everything we possibly can at that given time.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000,000%, absolutely. But yeah, that's where I see it going. It'll probably get bigger. It'll probably start to intersect more with other people's interests. But it's gonna have to come from people that are very dedicated and like very intense because it'll take a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like I don't know. That's my opinion on it. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
well, I agree. Yeah, I think that the 20 hours in a month Andes are not going to be the things that bridge the gap, unfortunately. Like, it's just it's something you need to put in the time. You need to make something that people can resonate with, and putting in a very small amount of effort is that's not gonna cut the mustard, brother. It's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000,000%. And they're gonna
Yeah.
need really good time management skills, like crazy time management skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Or they're just gonna have to be having to be doing this like exclusively as the primary thing that they do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For the third sauce, it's time for the third sauce of the day. The next sauce up is Onikonda's Mango Molotov. Give it a good shake.
Oh, I put a lot on mine, shoot.
Look at the texture of that, chat. Ooh, that's got a good chunk to it. Oh yeah, that's a good chunk.
Oh yeah, it uses a lot of fruit.
All right,
Okay.
let's go in. Get a nice big swirl of it right on the tip right there.
Hell yeah.
All right, chat, let's try it. This is Onikonda's Mango Molotov going in. Oh. Hello.
It's very sweet.
Very sugary.
You could put this
Oh,
on
wow.
like ice cream or something. It would be very weird, but it's very sweet.
Yeah, this is very unique. It's unlike any other mango sauce I've ever had, actually. In
yeah,
a
it's
good
like
way.
pure mango. It's
Yeah, 'cause-
it's good. I like yeah.
Because a lot of mango habanero that I've had has been very, it all tastes the same. It all has a very similar aftertaste to it. This does not have that. This is like, man, I'd say it's not as spicy as some of the others, even to me at least.
Oh yeah, it's probably I think it's around the little bit of torture level.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Very good. Yeah, I'm not even feeling a burn really. It's just a nice, flavorful sauce.
Yeah, I want to get more of that one specifically, like consistently. Like I always go like, I could do a little bit more.
Oh man, I love this chat. This is really good.
Oh, I only have 2 more nuggets left though. I can't do that.
Oh, you gotta save. Oh no.
I only made so many nuggets. Like I should have made more. I should have made more.
You didn't realize how good your own sauces were gonna be.
I don't usually eat the Kano one actually. Like I've had the other ones for a while, so I've been using those. But
Yeah, the Kano one's
think-
relatively new, right?
Yeah, I let I let my roommates eat whatever they want, like that I buy and like all of the hot sauce. But obviously they'll just go get bottles of it and start using it.
Mm.
I think they've gone through like this one, like most out of like all of them, like that and like the Grimmy one for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
The Grimmy one's
they like
very
Vtuber.
spicy. It's one of the spicier sauces. But yeah, this is here
Oh,
it is
yeah.
right here, chat. This is mango Molotov. I'd say I would recommend this to people who want more flavor than spice. It has a lot of delicious like zing to it. I think you could put this on like orange chicken. You could put this on like
yeah.
orange chicken, like on rice. I could see this on a like even like as a sweet topping on a burger. Yeah, this it's ooh. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's-
maybe as like an alternative to barbecue.
Oh yeah, no. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, put that on ribs. Oh my
Ooh.
god, that would be incredible.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would mix in a ground turkey. Ooh, that would also maybe put it grind it up in a with some meat paste. That might be tasty.
Oh yeah.
Like almost like a pulled pork. That might be
Why
good.
why so few nuggies? I don't eat that much food. I am an anxious VTuber. They don't eat
No, yeah, not
for whatever reason. Yeah, it doesn't happen. So I knew the amount I could eat. So
Okay, so I've been asked by
Really
a
good.
chat member that I have to ask you one of their questions, and I apologize for this one. I don't take any. I take absolutely no accountability for this question.
okay.
Would you frick a Neko arc? Follow-up question: if yes, in what position?
The little cat lady?
The little
From-
cat lady. Yes, the little Budinu cat lady.
Why? I'm concerned that you guys would want to frick the little cat lady. What happened to you? Don't do that to them.
Okay, do you want to know? Do you not know why they're asking me this? Because
Hi, Jay.
in the subathon I ran in September, one of the things was that I have to do an NSFW art of chat's choice, and this is gonna be hold on, I'm just gonna get up the image so I can show you. I can show you this. I can show you this because it is not is not inappropriate, but
Okay.
this is what they want. This is what I'm doing. This is what they decided. Brazilian Neko arc.
I like that they didn't get not safe for work of your character. They were just like, get this. I don't care.
Oh no
That's-
no! You misunderstand.
Okay.
Oh no, you misunderstand. This is the example. I haven't commissioned the piece yet.
Arthur, I'm very disappointed in this part of you, but not overall as a
It's
person.
not my fault.
I'm sorry. Okay, alright. I'm sorry. It's
I have
you,
to give the people what they want.
You just let it up. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
I'm deleting this.
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's
I'm
life. It's life.
I'm so embarrassed. Hey,
No, it's okay. It's
Oh,
you go do. Good for you. Good for you. $20 is $20. They give you $20 to do that. That's okay.
no,
well,
it was a lot.
That's nice.
It was at the $4,000 tier of the subathon. It was a lot.
Oh
higher
my
than that.
god.
Yeah, it was a lot higher than that. So I'm a classy whore, okay? I'm like an escort in DC.
Good for you. You're very brave. I wouldn't mess with like. You're commissioning it from like an English-speaking person, or?
Yes.
Okay, not scab. Okay, good.
No. I wouldn't do that to somebody.
Oh no, that's okay. It's just I mean, people on scab like doing that. It's just No, I would not. I think she's a cat. Like in my brain, she's a cat. If someone has cat ears, I think of them as a cat. Like I just don't think of them in that way. I'm sorry.
Okay, cat girls are a no-go, Chad.
Yeah,
you
cat
heard it
girls,
here
cat
first.
boys,
Cat
no.
girls, no.
Animal
Nuh-uh.
features in general make me just go like, that's an animal. They're nice. They're cute. But not in like a way. Like just the first one. But like, just don't go to scab. I've seen some people go like, hey, can you make me this slightly flirty drawing? And then like you see what they got, and it's like them with like a lot of, I'm just gonna come out and say it since it's here. A lot of semen coming out of their buttocks,
every hole,
like
every
busting
single
it
hole.
wide. And it was just, you read their description, it's like, can you do something where they're a little flirty and sexy? It would be very cute. And it's like, oh, this guy did not want this. This guy did not want this specifically. Oh God.
That's so funny.
Oh God, yeah. It was, because like the thing is, you can see people's skebs if you follow them, and like a large streamer I followed, like, they got that. And they never responded to it or gave them a tip, and they never posted it on Twitter, and eventually it was just their scam was gone. And I was like, you did not want that. That's horrible.
Oh, no.
Oh, goodness.
Someone took slight creative liberties, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think it was just a translation thing where, like, because I asked one of my friends that was fluent, and she was like, oh, yeah, this could definitely mean that, but it usually could also, it's very context heavy, so I was like, oh, that sucks.
I will say, but sometimes if you're a freak, then you get exactly what you want, I'll say, because, so Zone was a good point of, like, my friend Mira, who's also in the team with me, she got a commission, which I can't talk about what it is yet. It's Dark Souls related. It is a surprise. It's going to be coming out in about a week or so. I think it comes out on the 22nd. But it is... That woman gets fricked.
Oh.
That woman gets fricked a lot.
Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, and it's exactly what she wanted. Like, it was 1-to-1, exactly the kind of thing that she was looking to get done. So, yeah, like, in those cases, it is good. It is good for you.
Yeah.
It is what you want to look for.
Absolutely. Good for her. Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to ask you a more... Okay, now, actually, this question perfectly lines up after I had to ask you that question. How hard is it to resist suplexing and or killing me?
I've never had any desire to hurt you. I've never had any desire to hurt you, Arthur. I don't think...
You are the one person in my life who doesn't. The only one.
I'm so sorry. I don't know, unless you're just like, hey, I just got back from murdering a bunch of cute animals, and like, I just, on the way there, I was, I felt the urge to be a child predator, and then like, just coming back, like, then I would be like really pissed, but like, you haven't done anything crazy. You go slut it up, and you go have fun. Just enjoy life.
I've seen Gasparth threaten to kill Arthur, though. That is true. We do have a clip of Gasparth saying that he is, quote-unquote, larger than me, and that he could hurt me.
That sounds right. I don't remember him saying that, but I don't keep track of everything he says. I'm glad you guys got to hang out, though. That's nice. There you go. That's nice.
He is a silly little guy, and he does... you send me letters written in your blood, and he sends me bullet casings. I don't know what it means, but...
That's nice.
I'm sure it's
fine. I
fine.
didn't know he had friends. That's wonderful. That's really lovely. He's talking to people at least. That's good. Yeah,
it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably the most interaction he's had with someone in like a while. So good on him. Good on him. He's branching out there.
You don't want to smack Arthur across the face when his mic-tism flares up?
I don't know.
You haven't heard it enough. If you heard as much as they do, you would. You would. I can't get through a stream without talking about the. Okay, this is how bad I got. Hold. I need to pull up a tweet. So, I will send you context on this. I'll send you the link to the tweet. So last night I was watching videos of interviews with professional wrestlers, and I saw this. I saw that SM7B and the way that the pop filter was put on incorrectly, and I had to go to this man's Twitter and tell him about it.
Wow, good for you.
I had to tell him. Also, I like that Karrion Kross also got tagged in this post. So now Karrion Kross, former NXT champion, now knows that I have microphone autism.
Good on you. Good on you. Sometimes it's helpful, honestly. Like, if they want to take the time to fix it, that's helpful.
If next time he does an interview, the pop filter is fixed, I will know I did my job.
Hell yeah.
No, I did good. I helped someone.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I can't even drown you out with redeems right now. Idiot.
No! It's, I think that everyone has their stuff they get really into. I get really, really crazy about just random stuff like horror games or SCPs or like back rooms. It gets bad. So I don't know. I don't want you to die. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're all good.
They don't scream at you about. They don't scream at her about how much she loves the crocodile, unkillable crocodile. Why do you yell at me when I talk about the Warm Audio WA2 now with even higher quality capsule and a shock mount that doesn't quit?
Just enjoy. Just get out there and have fun. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. No one's gonna stab you. I'm not gonna stab you. At least someone else might stab you, but I'm not gonna stab you.
Many other people will be. It'll be like you know the end of the lottery.
Oh yeah.
It'll be kind of like that.
Ooh.
It'll be kind of like that.
Interesting short story. Well, I'll politely go, oh, you shouldn't do that probably, as you get beaten to death. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
You
have my
watch
support.
by the sidelines. Maybe
Yeah,
that's mean. It's just fucking they're bashing my skull in.
That's not very nice. Maybe we could talk this out instead. Why do we do this every year? Like, yeah, exactly. There you go.
Why do we specifically keep cloning Arthur to do this over and over again?
Stop! No, I'm so sorry. No suffering, eternal torment. I mean, if that's your thing, go. I don't think anyone has that as their thing. I hope not.
Oh no, there's probably someone who has that as their thing. There absolutely is.
Would someone want to be tortured for all eternity and go through the hellish feeling of being stoned by your community every year?
Oh, absolutely. This is the internet.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's somebody.
There's somebody.
There's at least somebody. Now,
there's somebody.
Speaking of being somebody, so the best transition I've ever made up. Grimmi, if you had not become Grimmi, who would you have become? What is your alternate persona? What is the thing that you would have in the back of your mind? You're like, if I wasn't myself, I would be this.
Let me think about something else. Okay, let's see. I think, it's kind of hard to tell, honestly. I'm really happy with, like, the character I have. I really like
I know, yeah,
Grimmi
is perfect for you in every possible way. Like, it fits you like the tightest glove ever. Like OJ's glove, if you will.
No! Let's see. I think, oh god, I don't, let me think. Okay, I think if I had to be a different type of, VTuber, I guess, I wouldn't want to go for something like a ghost. I don't think that would fit. Let's see. Maybe, I don't think Final Girl would fit either.
That is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a Final Girl VTuber, though. That is kind of a fresh concept.
Yeah, I kind of want to get an outfit like that, too. Like, I think it would be kind of neat. I don't usually go for, like, animal, like, stuff either. Like, maybe, like, the thing is, it would just be something similar to this, so I'm trying to think of something totally off the bat. Totally off the wall. Like, I could be a bug? That's true. What would be a fun bug? Like, I feel like there's a lot of really good bug VTubers.
There are, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of good roaches and ladybugs and beetles and bees and hornets, and I'm trying to think of like a bug that like doesn't have a lot of representation that's cool. Is there a cicada VTuber?
That would be interesting, like that, or like, I'm trying to think, like, Juniper. Yeah, Juniper's a moth. Like, there's quite a few little moth ladies, but in a cute way. I'm not like, oh my god, there's, oh yeah, Vesper's a beetle,
yeah, Vesper's
right?
Beetle,
she's so cute. I can't really think of, like, another centipede ladies, too, like Niall.
Yeah.
There's so many different bugs.
I don't think there's a scarab VTuber, is there?
That would be very cool.
A stick bug?
Cinder is kind of a fire person. That's true. I just don't know what would be a suitable thing for that. Like, I don't really have any hobbies besides playing horror games. I don't. Let me look through like a folder of pictures I have on here or something. Maybe I'll remember something else I do with my time or something.
Yeah, I feel like, 'cause, like, I mean, a lot of it, like, because I was thinking, oh, SCP VTuber, but that's still, like, spooky, right? Like, that's still related in some way. Lentil VTuber, there we go.
Lentil VTuber.
A soup
Wait.
chef. A French
soup
soup chef.
I think I would probably go for something like, something like this. I like this lady's design a lot. Something very creepy and very unnerving. Like, I don't know how to describe her besides, like, yandere, but a little too far. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right.
An insane woman, I see.
Yeah,
okay, wait,
I think insane woman.
Wait, but this is just still you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This looks like what I look like if I go to bed after having a rough run-in with like a ghoul or something.
Yeah, but I mean, this, I don't know. Well, I do think like kind of crazy lady who's always banged up is like, I don't think there's that many, right? Like, this is kind of yeah.
She's very cute. What? This is
Grimmi
no.
IRL.
I don't like fall over every 10 seconds and get stabbed in like the knee. I'm fine, but like I think it's very cute. I like these types of simple designs a lot too, so like that's the big thing. I don't like really like over designed stuff, so like a very simple design like this with like bandages and like crazy eyes would probably be that'd be fun.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on design too. It's like I don't know, maybe I'm just a huge asshole, but I don't like noisy designs where it's just there's a million things all moving at once, and there's just like my eyes are drawn to 700 different places on the outfit, and it's just like I want to look at your I want to be able to look at your blackened silhouette and tell who you are. I want you a unique, simple design that is identifiable. Like that's what I think good branding is, to have that like a nice look. But not like, I have 700 tassels all over my body, and each of them is a different color, and they all move independently.
Yeah, it can get a little distracting. I prefer very simple designs too. Like, I just want something that it's like memorable, but maybe there aren't like a bunch of moving parts to it every second, and like
you do need a certain
like
amount of motion, and I think, but like you don't have to have your model be like.
Yeah, that's, yep, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what it feels like. That's what it's very often what it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I think it's good to focus on, like, little details. Like, I wanted my eyes to be looking, like, a specific way, and I wanted them to be yellow and, like, black and, like, kind of, like, cream color. Like, I just wanted it to be very simple, so I'd do something similar to that, too. If I were to ever be someone else.
Arthur getting distracted by jingling keys on models? Yes.
Oh, it's nice though. It's a nice sound. It's the thing. It's a nice sound. I have keys here too, actually. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, mine don't have as much jingle.
Oh, the filters.
No, I don't know. Okay, yeah, Discord's not gonna let me do that then.
Oh, Discord.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
C'est la vie. No one knows how hard it is to be us. But, so, I do have another question for you. So, speaking of VTuber, so when we were talking about merch earlier, when we were talking about your hot sauces. How do you feel about VTuber merch? Do you think that, do you think that we need more innovation, or do you think we're in a good place with VTuber merch? Like, because you have one of the most innovative and interesting VTuber merches, I would say, on the market, period, and through the hot sauces. But like, what are your feelings on things like acrylics and acrylic standees and keychains and like the very common stuff that we see all the time in the industry?
I think it fulfills a specific like thing that people really like. Like, VTubers, like, everyone wants to have like a little like standee of like a 2D model that looks like their favorite VTuber. Like, I even have some. Like, I have one of like I think Professor Nova from V4 Mirai, because I really like her design. I'm trying to think of the other ones I have. I have one of like Fauna.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of. I'm sure I have another one, but I don't know which it is offhand. But like, I just like if I like a design and like someone enough, I usually get one.
Yeah. I mostly just have my friends. Like I've got like Mari and Hina and myself and DJ and like a bunch of my friends just all lining back there. I've got, of course, I buy every plushie that comes out. Everyone. I've got Bat. I've got Batrick. I've got Hina, Mari, Tobes. You're coming eventually. Yeah. I love the Fumos. I think the Fumos are fantastic.
Hell yeah. I'm really happy about that. Like, I love those too. Trying to think of like, honestly, I think it would be. I think they're probably. I don't know if they have already. They've probably made Funko Pops of like the Hololive ladies, haven't they?
Probably.
Let me think. Let me
Did you hear
look
what
at this.
Funko did the other day?
Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. I really like each. I
Did
was
you,
pissed.
did you hear the update on it too? That their legal team called his mother?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
What the hell?
Oh god, yeah, I did hear about that.
Oh.
It was very unfortunate. I think that was just kind of honestly, I don't think it was like that Funko wanted to be like rude. I think it was just a very evident display of every single moving part of that company being very disconnected from each other and it causing huge problems for everyone.
Yeah, it was not good for anybody there.
Oh yeah. Wait, that wasn't a troll? No, each is run by someone very normal in terms of like how they were not happy about that, I think.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think merch is probably gonna go where it's gonna be a little bit more accessible and like through bigger companies. I know no one likes well, I know some people do, but I know a vast majority of people don't really like the look of the Funkos and stuff. So it's probably gonna just be something where it happens eventually anyway, just because so many people collect them.
You think that we're gonna have more mainstream VTuber merch in like accessible places, stuff like Hot Topic, Walmart, Game. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever comes after GameStop is out of business in a few years. Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
Imagine blowing through $50 million in a 1 year span because you just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's very hard. Like, every company is going completely insane right now, it seems like. And if they don't make, like, $40 billion of, like, I don't know, estimated profit each year, they're just like, well, we really do like you, but we're replacing you with a different CEO that's gonna fire 95% of the staff so we can make a little more money this year. Sorry, I'm just really sorry. Yeah, you gotta
The
go.
only
You gotta
thing
go now.
I think about is next quarterly profits, not the viability of the company the rest of the year. I gotta get my next quarterly bonus.
Absolutely.
I also have this problem with when you walk out of the room, I forget you exist.
No, that is how it is though. Like, they just have a lot of meetings with different companies usually. It's interesting to see how those companies work and stuff. Not all of them, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing though. Those being more accessible. I'd like to see more food-related merchandise from VTubers, because that's what I think is really fun. Like, I know they had some collaborations in Japan with like a bunch of indie VTubers, where they like did like a packet of chips that came with a sticker, and like it was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. This is the coolest thing ever. That would be really cool, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but I'd also like to see, and I don't know how this would happen, but like, the biggest thing is I'd like to see more merchandise that's a little bit cheaper. Like, just...
Oh god, yeah, with the like, okay, I'm gonna talk shizzle for a second here. Like that one website that you'll go on and it'll be like $90 sweaters and $40 t-shirts, and then you find out that the streamers are only getting 20% of the merch revenue.
Oh.
And they also spam email literally everyone begging them to put their merch on their website.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And the quality isn't even that good. Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of issues. I think with price to quality in the industry for merch, and the amount of profit that is being taken by middlemen.
Yeah,
and hopefully that changes soon.
Yeah, like I I don't know, like, I'd really like to, like, just get to the point where I can start reducing the amount of money, like, that I charge for, like, the saucy sauces and stuff, like, I know that's kind of insane to say, but, like, I don't know, I get very worried about anyone spending money on merch, so I think things that are a little bit more affordably priced would be really rad.
I can confirm this, by the way. I told Grimmi the other week, I was like, hey, I ordered the saucy sauces that I was missing so that I could have them for the episode, and she was immediately like, all caps, I could have sent those to you!
I'm sorry, it's just, if you're gonna advertise them especially, like, I send them to a lot of people, and then I don't know, like, that's the thing, I want to make it more affordable, like, I don't know, I think, and everyone can have their own opinion on this and stuff, but, like, I really feel like if people can spend their money on whatever if it makes them happy, but I want to make sure it's not destroying the planet, and I want to make sure that people that get it are gonna be happy with their product and at least feel like they're getting a special experience for getting it. So that's why I keep trying to find interesting stuff I can do with it, and hopefully I can reduce it a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people understand, like, it's really not that expensive, I think, for your sauces, especially considering, like, the amount of work you put into these, and the amount of time and effort. I have no problem paying a small premium on these at all. Like, that was why I had no issue buying, you know, you just hit me for a re-up when I run out of these, right? Like, these are absolutely, this is the kind of thing I will pay over and over again in VTubing. Like, for every shirt, every standee, I would much rather have something like this that I'm going to use on a daily basis and put on a burger, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, Paranoid Corgi. No, it's the same shipping method, so I forgot about that. Canada cannot get any hot sauce right now.
Oh, can you guys not ship through DHL or UPS?
We could do UPS, but was that gonna get to people? Like, I don't know that much.
So
about
how the shipping strike in Canada is working right now is only USPS is not delivering through. So anything going through Canada Post can't get through because the Canada Post is. If you're using courier service, something like I think even FedEx works, but anything that is not that would not go through Canada Post on final destination will work fine to deliver anything into Canada right now.
Okay, I could probably do UPS then. I should probably change the shipping methods to just UPS. They're usually cheaper than USPS, I've also noticed.
Yeah, for larger pack, I think that's what I got. I think I selected UPS like fast shipping because it was like only a couple bucks more.
Nice.
And it was, and it ended up coming. It was very quick, very fast shipping, chat, by the way, very fast. Had nice little candies in the box. It was a very lovely package. And you know what's funny? So I opened your box, I took out the hot sauces, and then I immediately put an Apollo Solo and a blue baby bottle SL in the box and shipped it to Nagi. That day, literally that day, the day that it got to me, I used the box and all the packing material in there to reship to over to Europe for her.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it actually got to her really quick and in good condition too. The box is very nice.
Thank you. I'm really happy about that. The packing peanuts are also edible, so if your animals eat them or something, or if you eat them like ecto, you won't die. So they won't taste good, but you won't die.
Delicious. I'll make sure to, I'll tell Nagi so that she can have a little snack out of that box if she feels like it.
That's awesome.
Yours are great. I shipped an eBay order with one. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, everything came in mint condition.
Oh heck yeah! I wanted to make sure that everything was gonna get there consistently and not have any issues with like bottles breaking. So I've been very particular about like what I was doing with it. Like I was like, oh, I really don't want this to go bad for anyone. And so far I haven't had any issues with it. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah. Yeah. Future merch. I could see different things. Maybe small consumable stuff. I have some interesting ideas for like what I want to do with Saucy. But it would be in a little bit of time. Like I'd need to focus on getting a few things done too, like finding like people to like work with on making some of the stuff and things like that. Because you don't really think about it, but it takes a long time to make anything.
Oh,
like it sucks. Like, you have to contact a person and have an idea of, like, what you want to make in terms of, like, the product actually being developed. Then you have to also go through the process of, like, making, like, the label for something, and then you have to, like, have every step of the way, like, them shipping things and communicating and then having them shipped to you. So it's harder than it seems. Like,
Yeah,
I know everyone's just kind of like...
months and months and months and months of work to get a product made. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then you also have to make sure that the people that it's being made for are happy with it, and you want to make sure that it's something that they're going to consistently use, and you usually have to send them, like, several ideas, like, do you want to try something like this? Do you want to try something like this? Do you want to try something like that? And then it can take a while, but it's okay. I personally think that merch needs to find, in general for VTubing and stuff, just different little things and things that are going to be a little cheaper. And that's the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
And then also more reliable distribution methods. Like, I probably should not be doing as much with Saucy as I am, just because it takes up a lot of time, but I'm happy about it.
The problem
like,
is that,
shipping
when you add a certain, like, more links to the chain, it becomes more expensive, and it's like kind of almost a back and forth, right? Between, like, and, like, honestly, it's scary for me, because I want to do giveaways. I want to do microphone giveaways, but it's scary, like, even the idea of getting a P.O. box. Like, I feel like I need to get a P.O. box, like, on the other side of New York, and then, like, ship all my, like, drive down to, like, Philadelphia to ship my packages, like...
Yes, absolutely. I have a P.O. box. I don't put it out publicly, but even if I were to, I don't pick it up myself. Like, I pay someone to pick it up for me. Like, just so, like, no one will go like, that's Grimmi. I knew it. That's Grimmi. I knew it. I'm incredibly paranoid. I'm incredibly paranoid. I barely leave my house. I don't talk to that many people. I'm crazy. So, no, I understand.
Listen, I don't think it's entirely a bad... Okay, there's a level where it can be bad. But, like, I think it is actually a very good idea to be relatively safe. Like do everything you can to keep your private information private in VTubing. Too many people say too much, like, oh yeah, I was down at Rite Aid on 7th and 13th Street the other day. I go down there usually on Fridays at 4 p.m. and it's like, what are you doing? Stop talking about your town!
Did you see the thing with Chipotle and, like, the athletes and stuff? That was scary, and that was super weird.
No, what happened?
If you go to their website, it might not be up there anymore, but it was, they showed different athletes, like, what their favorite order was at Chipotle, and, like, what their favorite thing to do was, and then they, for some reason, and I thought this was the most insane thing in the world, they were like, this is the Chipotle they usually go to at this place, and I was like, what? Doing this?
What are you doing?
Yeah. It was really insane, and I just thought, like, did they tell them they were gonna do that? Like, did they just go like, oh, what's Chipotle do you usually go to? You can just put that in there, and they were like, oh yeah, this one, and then, like, they're like, okay, I can never go back here. I don't want to get stabbed. Like,
my most convenient Chipotle. I can never walk in there again for the rest of my life. Great, thanks. I love this actually. I have to get delivery through DoorDash now every single time I order from there, and they'll always skimp me on the portions. Hooray!
Someone posted their Amazon order, which included their legal name and address. I'm terrified I'm gonna do that. I'm so sorry to that person. I'm terrified about that. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, and that's why I am hyper paranoid about my personal information, and I don't ever log into anything on here. I never show Amazon when I'm on the PC. I double check links before I click them and put them over on the main screen. Like, always be careful.
That's very smart. I switched, like, my Amazon account that I use for, like, reading books and stuff on stream, like, you know, like, just manga and stuff. Like, I always try to buy it, like, legally.
Yeah.
But, I switched my address on that account to the Taco Bell in the Pentagon. So, it shows that information if I ever do accidentally open it. It shows Grimmi lives at the Taco Bell at the Pentagon. So, I would recommend doing that. I assume they won't get angry at me. They might. Actually, I don't know. I should probably have chosen literally any other place. But if they happen to get my mail, that's interesting. It's fine. It's fine with me. Go for it.
Are there secretly streams from a bunker in a remote tundra village? Yes, and every single door in my house is shotgun trapped.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, you learned about that firsthand, actually.
Oh yeah,
And the
I was very
vents.
used to it. Yeah, the vents too. I was very used to
It
those
was really
things, though. I live in
crazy how
a-
you were able to like
yeah.
pull all your guts back inside your stomach and heal. I don't know how you did that.
Oh,
Actually,
my cat is very talented. Very talented cat. Very talented
powerful.
little guy. Good skelter.
Very powerful little skelter. Yeah. All this little guy does is scream at me whenever anyone gives me a
Oh.
dollar. He just
Oh,
he just- he just screams at me insults. He hurls insults. He's so mean.
Oh God. Nice pet. They're very lovely.
He reflects chat. it's what you would expect, honestly.
That's very nice. But very messed up and evil. So hell yeah, why not?
Extremely. All right, let's
Oh.
do another sauce. It's time.
Okay.
All right, so next sauce chat. This is the one. We are officially consuming the woman herself.
Hell yeah.
Grimmi's going to kill you. This is a 4 out of 5 star on the spice scale, according to the bottle.
Oh yeah. It's really good too. I really like it. It's hard to actually figure out how to do a spice scale because
Yeah,
Like, this
different
one
for
is
every
not
person,
that-
right?
yeah, this one's not that spicy for me personally, but I've seen people try it on stream and go like, I can't taste anything. That's like the hot chip challenge, and I'm like, oh okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not good. You okay? Okay, there we go.
Ah, yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Oh, that one
it's
little
okay.
the lick of the rim was a little rough on me on that one.
No, the one chip challenge strikes again.
All right, chat. This is Grimmi's gonna kill you. It is the second hottest of the sauces, and I'm dabbing this boy up.
Hell yeah. I got a big old slosh of it.
Oh, it killed Nyan and Aethel. Let's go. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're sloshing it in.
I love that one
Oh,
though.
oh yeah. Is that a ghost pepper?
The next one up. This is Reaper.
Oh, it's a Reaper. Okay. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's the kind of, it's got that really nice, delicious, like, just really full flavor. And that, it's got that searing burn. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's really good. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot how good this fucking, look, I'm literally cleaning the plate, chat. I'm getting all of it on. Oh God.
Yeah.
Mm.
I really like it. This is my favorite flavor. Like this. Well, obviously it also has me on it, but like I really like it. It's spicy though. It
Oh.
is spicy. If you're not familiar with hot sauce, it will hurt you.
Yeah, as a connoisseur, this is a medium sauce for me. This is not the kind it's sauce that gives you a burn, and it's got a long-lasting burn too. It sits in the roof and the back of your mouth, like around the tongue, and it really gestates, but in a good way. Not in a way that it, like increases over time and gets worse and worse and worse, but in a way that like hits a peak and it kind of sits at that level. Yeah, it's got this really nice. Oh, and I can still taste all the flavors in it too, as it burns. This is perfect. This is actually a perfect hot sauce for if you're looking for spice flavor. This is a perfect hot sauce. It is. You get like hot breath going on. Oh.
It's something you can control too. Like if you want to take more and more, like it'll get hotter and hotter. But if you want to stop, you can calm down from it. So that's why I like it. It's not something where you have to torture yourself. Like some you eat in there are just torture, like immediately for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
This one is
yeah,
like-
have you ever had Magnum 358 or
let me
357?
look.
Magnum 357 is brutal. It's the hottest hot sauce that I have personally. It's 357,000 Scovilles. And holy fuck, that thing a dab will kill you. A dab will take you down.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's brutal. I don't. What are the? Do you have any of the Scoville ratings on these sauces?
I need to get them rated. The thing is, Scoville is also highly
Subjective.
Yeah. Like, there's no like machine to test it. It's just someone eats it and like the way they're feeling that day is like, oh, that one's bad, or like, oh, that one's not too bad. So it's very hard to figure out in that regard.
Yeah, definitely. Though, yeah, this is the so far, chat. All winners every single sauce has been a huge winner in the eyes of someone who is a big sauce head. So I'm excited to get into Hotter Than Hentai at the end of this, and which is cottontail sauce, and see just how hard this fucks my mouth.
I think you're gonna be okay. I think. Well, I won't spoil it, but yeah. I think you're gonna be okay though. Let's find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out very soon, I'm sure. But okay, next question. So, YouTube expansion. So this has been a hot topic recently, especially with the rise in multi-streaming, as Twitch has been more permissible in the past year to multi-streaming as a partner and as an affiliate. At what point do you think doing alternate streams on YouTube makes sense as a creator who primarily pushes their content? Like, what shape or size or moment in a career do you think that they should try it out? Because you yourself are doing YouTube streams every once in a while to kind of expand yourself over there.
Yeah. I think it's worth it doing it once a week. Although you have to be very careful to keep like your life like consistent, like your stuff consistent. Your schedule is very intense.
Yeah.
I think past a certain point, it's very good to do it once a week. But also you have to have like shorts going, and you have to have some main channel content going. So
you think it's not worthwhile unless you have a consistent flow of content through the YouTube already?
A little bit. People need to be able to go watch something too. Like, I have my VOD channel and I have stuff like that, so it's... I personally think it's worth streaming on individually also, though. Like, I don't think combining chats is the best thing, just because, for me personally, I know I would never be able to focus on that at once. Like, even with how ADHD I am, I would not be able to do that. It would drive me insane.
Yeah, your chat is already extremely fast all the time. It is a very... It's a breakneck speed, the majority of streams, especially when you do something silly. Or the conversation gets really interesting and deep. It'll just be paragraphs on paragraphs of people saying super interesting things.
Oh yeah, I love that they communicate with each other and like want to actually like talk about things too. It's very nice to see that. But I think YouTube has a very different vibe. Twitch has a very different vibe. I think you can also find people that might want to watch your streams over on Twitch from YouTube. Not everyone though. Some people just prefer YouTube, and that's fine.
Yes.
Only thing is, I think you need to be somewhat established. I think you probably need to be like just off the top of my head, like 500 to 600 CCV probably to like even get like, because like the amount of people that'll watch your YouTube streams is very different.
Yeah, because I think you on average, right? You average anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 Twitch stream, and then I think from what I've seen of your YouTube streams, it's like 300 to 500 average or so.
Yeah,
right. So about a fourth or so of the audience, the total audience will. Either part will come over, but there'll be people who are primarily from YouTube who will also join in. I think I would agree absolutely with you. Obviously, I don't have the same experience, but from my outside looking in perspective on a lot of people who have done this, it feels like you need an established audience in order to do YouTube streams, because if otherwise, you're basically just doing private streams on an alternate account for all intents and purposes. Because you're not going to be able to really, and without that momentum, you can't really spiral anything on the YouTube channel, because the whole point of doing streams on YouTube is to try to get traction there so that people through YouTube will be able to find you. If it's just a mini stream of people not being able to find you, and it's just a small contingent of the most hardcore of your fans coming over to watch you on YouTube, it's kind of a waste of your time.
Yeah. It also splits like your CCV if you use like what's it called?
The multi-streaming tools.
The multi-stream, which I wouldn't necessarily be upset about, but I know I can't keep track of two chats. Like, it would be two different conversations, and like
there is something to be said about snowballing by having all of your a stream only on one platform and being able to have all of those people in the same place at the same time, which puts you higher in categories, higher in tags, higher, higher on the catalog, and makes it easier for people to find you overall, like new people to stumble in. If it's like would you rather be at 1,000 CCV and in the top 3 of a specific popular game, or would you rather be at 500 and 500 on YouTube and Twitch, and then at spot 25 in that category? And then they don't actually have a listing on YouTube because YouTube streaming is very difficult to even find.
Yeah, I think so. Also, yes, YouTube YouTube streamers do think Twitch viewers are scary. I hadn't really thought about that they do say that quite often. Discoverability is so rough on YouTube. Yeah, that's the thing. You kind of have to be established before you do streams there is the only thing. I do think it's very nice though. It's a very different type of stream. I think it's worth trying, at least to see if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Certain content's gonna do better on YouTube than it will on Twitch. I don't really run into the thing where I have to worry about whether or not I'm gonna be more discoverable based on viewers on Twitch, because I play games nobody plays or cares about. I'll try to find someone to raid after.
In that category.
Yeah, I try to find people to raid after in the category I'm streaming sometimes. When I did the indie horror game showcase, and I had to go through every game on Twitch, and none of them were having other people stream, not a single one. And I was like, uh-oh, that's not great. So yeah, indie horror games, you don't have to worry about it as much. But what I would recommend is, if you want to stream on YouTube, really get interested in how to make your thumbnails appeal to people. Make your model's face very big, I think, is the ones I've noticed have more people coming in. Bright colors and easy to read text, even if it's on a phone or something. Those are all very important. Yeah, those are all the things I'd say work really well, because you will get a lot of traffic from people just getting through the algorithm, that already watch VTubers, or they might just watch random stuff that slowly connects to it.
On your next thumbnail, can you just put a bunch of red circles and arrows, please?
I think that would be awesome. Oh yeah, okay, I will. I'll put them everywhere. Them everywhere.
Just an absolute pile of them. Just there's no reason to. You have a thought. It's like you doing the soy point behind you. Do you see it? Does he know?
I really like those thumbnails. I always fall for them. If there's a creepy thing where it's PS1 games, the world forgot, and it's a really weird, glossed over, weird, crazy looking thing that obviously is not gonna be that scary, I just go, oh my god, this is so cool. And I immediately watch 3 hours of it. Yes. Yeah, put that little circle in there, put the arrow in there, I've gotta go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
Absolutely.
I am the lowest common denominator with clickbait, so I'm down for it.
You are the addressable market.
Oh yeah.
I have to try those channels generally amusing. They're so good. Yeah, they're quite good.
They're fun. But yeah, I'd say try YouTube. Try anything. Try to see what you enjoy. YouTube's very different. The people on there are actually very nice too. It's very strange. You might occasionally get the average
the child,
crazy mean person, or child, but the majority of people are very polite there, which is, it's a very different feel. I also noticed that one thing that was super weird was that people were really confused that my chat wasn't mostly people spamming emotes, which I thought was super odd. Yeah.
You mean the YouTube people coming over to Twitch were wait, people actually talk over here?
Oh no, it was on YouTube. The thing is, I think I talk to my chat more individually, I think, than most people. Not in a negative way. I think there's several different ways of doing things. But I try to be very personable and talk through weird concepts or arguments people are having. And some people that I think were more used to I guess the VTubing scene on there with corporations were just oh, you guys are talking in here. It's interesting. And I was
because it's isolated. You mean
true.
Yeah, it's they're used to just being a flood and nobody ever addressing anything in chat because it's just 300 messages a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame the people for spamming emotes at that point. I assume the streamer sees one message every 400, which is very hard to deal with, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool. It's just a very different vibe. People expect different things, so yeah.
No, that makes sense. I think I think I agree with you on a lot of the points you make too. Thank you for the neckoing and wide people masturbations. they Chet Maze will not even exist for the bigger YouTube channel of VTubers at a certain point. Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
No.
I was just gonna say, I've been surprised Northern Lion talks to his chat the way he does, considering how big he is. It's just like, oh my god, how are you reading anything?
He is able to pick out chats very well, and even though he has a very large audience, right? They're more talkative than spammy, right? Kind of like I guess Germa's audience is very similar too, right? Like a lot of those old school streamers, like it's just people all trying to chat, you know? It's not really like, I mean, you know, you go to like Aiden Ross or Kai's chats and it's just www L.
It's interesting to see, yeah. It's interesting. Like I think there's different types of streamers now, actually. Like but yeah, try YouTube. Just see how you feel about it.
Try it out, see if you like it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a controversial opinion.
Oh.
I don't know if you'll have an answer though.
Cool.
What game genre do you believe only has terrible games?
I have to think about that very deeply, because I feel like there's usually at least one really solid game, in whatever genre. Like it's really hard that like sports games, people really don't like sports games. I'm not the audience for sports games, but I'm sure that they're fun for the people that like them. Like that's just completely different universe. They sell crazy well to like way different people than us, and like there's no crossover. There's zero crossover with what we do.
MOBA. I mean,
MOBA?
It depends on what you. Yeah, MOBA. You know, League of Legends, that style game. Dota.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen some people enjoy them. I'm really trying to think about this. I feel like there's some that I really don't like. Some visual novels are really good though. Asset flip genre. I've played some good asset flip genre games though, like spooky ones, because they just use different assets, like in a like spot the difference game or something. It's neat to see those.
Yeah.
God, there's got to be something.
I'm trying to think of the genre that I would answer. Of like, what is a genre that I can't stand anything in it?
I think I have one, but it's kind of controversial. I feel like I don't like anime adaptation games. I feel like they're not usually ever they don't feel complete to me usually. Like they feel just a little bit off, if that makes sense. Yeah, like,
no,
I've played
I
quite a
actually
few
agree.
of them too.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of like stuff that is just directly adapting an anime. Yeah, they just all kind of have this samey feel to them, right? Of like they're always some kind of like arena battler or like Destiny Warriors clone, and they're just not very good. They're always very mediocre, right? Like at best.
Yeah, I feel like there's some that are solid. Like Dragon Ball had some good ones. Naruto had some good ones.
But like even those, I feel like they're niche though, right? Like even like like Boktai Tenkaichi, those games, and the recent like game that was a spiritual sequel to it. I feel like even those, like there's a lot of people who just can't get into them or play them. Like I can't get into that style of game. I tried. I got Boktai Tenkaichi 3, and like that's the game everyone loves, right? That's the game. And I tried to play it for hours, and I just like, this fighting system is ass. This is so overcomplicated. Like this, I feel like I need a fight stick with 300 buttons on it and to like them all to be color coded.
I feel like it's I feel like anime adaptation games are often just a little bit undercooked, and that's just my personal opinion. I just feel like they're a little bit undercooked. Like I played the Sword Art Online one. I feel like there's some ones that are getting really interesting, like the Death Note one that came out, people really enjoyed. But I don't know. I really, especially the ones where like you have love interests like in the world, like or like what's it called, like in the anime, and it's like you can go out with any of them, and it's like okay, this is interesting. But like I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on it. There's probably some very good ones that I'm just missing. Like Fighters was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my feeling
I
on
almost
it.
don't feel like Fighters an anime adaptation. Fighters is almost just like a fighting game, right? It's
Yeah,
like a
Fighters
this is like a 3v3 fighting game that was like given the skin of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's very well made, and like I think it's very solid. But like I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. Like I just feel like they're always a little off. Like I got really into the Gantz game that didn't come out in English, so it was very, very niche. After I finally got it, I was like, oh, this is cool, but like it's just a little bit not finished. Like it has a really good concept for a game, but that you could tell they were just like, well, we're gonna like kind of like go into more of like the anime stuff. We don't really need to put all of these features into it, and that I don't know.
They
The
just
shooting
knew
could
that
have
it's
been
gonna
perfect.
sell off the brand, so they can cut corners to an extent, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
kind
like,
of the feeling I
you
get
know,
from
speaking
some.
of Gantz, so I got a really cool deal. So I stumbled on the original DVD print of Gantz in English
Whoa.
at a pawn shop, $10 for all the discs, the
Oh my God.
the whole series, front to back, giant pile of DVDs. I was hype.
Oh my God, that's
I
probably
was-
worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean it's like a $40 set. It wasn't that much, but like it was cool though. It was like really cool to find though, like just in the wild in this giant pile of like other old, really we're talking like early 2000s, late 90s anime DVDs. Like they were
Wow.
licensed, but like they almost looked like they were bootleg. He hates his fans. You know the style
gosh.
because they were
Yeah.
they were kind of like very DIY
Yeah.
in the early days.
Oh yeah, just like very what's the word? Like very cheap cases, and then just like here's a JPEG of the characters we put on here.
Low
We
quality
didn't have time to do
JPEG
this.
printed on the cover with somebody's CD printer.
Yep, absolutely.
This is official. That's crazy.
Interesting to see how far everything's come, honestly. Like now, really interesting market.
Yeah, and now anime is just mainstream. You can just walk into
Yeah.
any Best Buy. How insane! Like, imagine going like 20 years back in time and telling your child self, "Hey, so you're gonna be able to walk into a Walmart and buy a full season of an anime right off the shelf for $20." And she's just like, going, "Who are you? Get away from me, Mom!"
That would be awesome, but yeah, it probably would scar the child for life and make
Yeah.
them very.
Then
yeah.
you look at your hands, you're starting to evaporate into time, like at the end of Back to the Future 1.
You just traumatize a child over anime, and then like you're wearing a suit, very well adjusted, like just like getting a call from like I don't know, like your wife just going like, wait, what happened to me? Wait, what? I don't watch anime. I'm not a streamer. What do you mean? What? No.
You walk into your penthouse apartment on the 66th floor of a giant tower, and your diamond encrusted piano that your beautiful wife, braless wife, is playing a symphony on, and you're like, but the anime.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting. I wonder if there would be any like very big complications to like just you not having anime, you not having video games and stuff like that. It's interesting to think about.
I would probably, I don't know what would have been happened to me without it, man. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably be like a roadie for like a band. I'd be like touring the US
cool.
right now. The next question I have for you is, this is one that this speaks to us both on a very visceral level. How do you deal with the stress of content creation?
I try to fix the things I feel negative about consistently. I think that's one of the big ones. It's gonna sound rich coming from me, but I usually try to sleep quite a bit. Like, this is not one of those days. But I try to sleep very often. I try to be very, like, what's the word? Like, very, like, I guess, not polite, but, like, just, like, very gentle with, like, my physical form and, like, try to take care of it as much as I can.
Yeah.
Those kind of things help a lot. Also, doing things that you really enjoy on stream helps a lot. If you're just doing things to, like, kind of, like, get the most like specific attention or things like that, like you might end up in a kind of rough situation. I think you can burn out really quickly there. I'm not really the type to take breaks just because when I stream I feel a lot better in general, but I am the type to just be like, okay, I can't answer DMs today. Okay, I can't do any business stuff today. Okay, I can't do this today. And then try really hard to not do as much as I usually would. I'll usually still do some, but
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, usually when I get that bad itch, when I get that bad brain, when something bad happens, I will. If the stress is too much, I have to not stream for a day, which always feels bad, but I know I have to take at least a day off because I just won't be entertaining if I'm in a really bad mood. And then I'll do, usually it's retail therapy. It's go to drive around Buffalo, New York and buy 17 microphones and headphone sets and then continue to stack them on my wall so that I have one of every nice headphone in existence.
Hell yeah. If it's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy. Go for it.
It works. It does work. It does genuinely work. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard, I will say, especially when you get like, because sometimes the stress is kind of out of your control, right? Like sometimes just somebody comes in your chat and is really mean. Like not just like, hey, you smell. Like I mean like really mean, and it like just gets you, you know, it gets you down. Or like just something bad happens in your personal life and you're like, fuck, man, like what am I supposed to do? And you just don't want to do anything. You want to roll into a ball and explode.
Yeah, I'm usually okay with those types of things. It sounds really bad, but like not in like a trauma dumping way, but my parents were just so much more insane than like anyone I've ever encountered on Twitch, like by far. So like anyone I've ever encountered on Twitch, I got very used to like if there was like a very negative thing going on, like I could just be okay with it. Like if I like was like having an argument with someone or something like 10 minutes before I had to stream, or like some huge dramatic thing, I'd just be like, well, I gotta get through it, just because that's what I've dealt with for most of my life. So I think the thing that stresses me out the most, though, is just, trying to think. I think it's probably just that, like, there's a lot going on with, like, a lot of different people, and, like, I feel very negative about that. Like, sometimes it's like, I hope everything can be okay for everyone.
So with
like,
the external interpersonal conflicts, that kind of, like knowledge of just knowing who's fighting who's yelling at who, all that stuff, which, unfortunately, chat, that happens a lot. There is I will say thankfully, a lot of that stuff doesn't burgeon into the mainstream and doesn't get leaked all over social media all the time. But we hear about it and we have to hear about it, and it sucks. It really sucks when peeps are like at each other's throats very often for stuff that really isn't. It should be resolved, you know? Like, it's like, why is this a thing? But I guess it's a thing. Man, that sucks. But yeah. Thus is mini autistic Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah, I've learned, like, for me personally, I've learned that if you take a few weeks away from someone, you'll feel a lot better about most things that happen. Like, you don't necessarily have to go to them and be like, hey, like, taking a few weeks helps, because then you get more of a time to, like, think about it. That really helps. Most of the time you'll just be like, it wasn't that big a deal. And then you'll talk to them again, and it'll be fine, and they'll be fine, and it'll be awesome. Yes. Like, that kind of stuff helps a lot.
Yeah, cooling down from anger over an incident between two people, like, that did happen. Like, I had an incident with a friend last week, or 2 weeks ago, I think at this point, where we took a few days and we got back together, and the get back together was still a little rough of talking it over, but we did eventually, like, I think because we didn't immediately start screaming at each other, things got better.
Yeah, I think that's very good. I also think it's good to be introspective and like try to figure out why you might have like an immediate response, because when I do that, I feel a lot better. At this point, it takes like literal years of people being like pretty intense towards me for me to just get like angry at them. Like, it takes literal years for me to get to the point where I'm like pissed as hell. So,
Yeah.
and even then, like, I usually am just, like, after a long enough time, I calm down. Like, after I, like, figure things out, I, like, go, like, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, I'm personally, I've thought about this more lately. I personally don't think I can, like, be angry at people or hate anyone. Like, it makes me feel so crappy. Like, honestly, like, I feel horrible. Like, even if it's, like, sometimes very justified and everyone's like, no, 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 I'm just like, it doesn't feel good. Like, I need to forgive them for me. It sucks. I need to do this for me.
You can give me all your hate. You could just put it on me like a homunculus. I'm a little ball of hatred. I consume it. I just have my little list. My little list of you suck, you suck, you suck.
No, I don't want to do that to you. No. I also have been trying to see, like, people's, like, disagreements from both sides and stuff, and, like, usually I think people are just going through it, so I've been trying to I've been trying to stay in contact with everyone and try to do my best. Like, I don't know, I think that's, like, a big thing, too. Like, a lot of people don't really... I think most people are just young, and, like, believe in trauma or conflict is necessary in order to mature. Is this the only real alternative direct guidance by the already matured? I think a little bit. I think it also comes down to, like, you might have to figure out, like, why you feel so, how do I put this? Not sensitive in a bad way, but, like, just sensitive in general when it comes to certain things. Like, there's been times where I've gotten very angry at people, and I just go, like, okay, I need a few weeks away from them. And then I go, like, oh, that was kind of, like, half of, like, me just being crazy. Like,
yeah.
There's been times where I just go, like, oh.
Sometimes it is you. Sometimes you are the problem, right? Like, I've experienced this exactly. Of, like, yeah, sometimes I walk away and I realize, oh, like, yeah, they did do something to upset me, but, like, why am I so upset about this? Like, what is wrong with me that this is a problem?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I usually come to. And then also, it's usually, like, it's almost, universally, I could say, if there's a problem, it's usually because both people have, like, at least some issues and stuff going on. Like, it's hardly ever just this person is the devil, this person is the devil. Like, it's very, 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 very rare that that's the case.
Situations are very often a lot more gray than black and white, but people have this problem with admitting fault a lot of the time. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of people do not want to admit that they did something wrong in a conflict.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I think it's very important to just be like, oh, this is not good of me to do, etc., etc., and, like, it'll make you feel a lot better too. Not don't put all the blame on yourself though, or you'll go crazy in a different way.
Yeah. It has to be a moderation balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so at least. I will not put all of my hate on Arthur so he can gain power. Don't worry, no worries. I don't put hate on anyone. I don't know. It's it feels good. It feels good to just be a little bit more chill with everything. I don't know. In my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the long and the short of it, I guess.
No,
that's how I feel about it.
It's a really good way to handle it, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, so I believe, here's a question about the hot sauces that I have. This was from the fans. What's your next product idea after hot sauces, or will you stay on variety with the sauces? Are your sauces hot enough to kill Arthur, and when, if not, when will they be?
There's one thing I'm working on that could probably make you feel not very good. I should probably continue working on that one, but there are, like, a few little ideas I want to do, but my biggest concern is making them affordable. Like, it's very hard to make these things affordable just because there's so much money that goes into developing them. Like, you wouldn't think it, but, like, it's pretty rough. It's pretty darn rough. I really hope it starts clicking for people that the fallout of problem you caused is way less if you admit you effed up and apologize. You're going to get flack, but not as much as digging the hole deeper. That's very true, too.
Yeah.
I think it's good just to, like, do your best and all that kind of stuff. Good on you for thinking about that. But yeah, let's see. There are some things I want to do. It's just really a matter of, like, if I do this, is it gonna be too expensive? I don't want anything to be like the merchandise where it's like $40 for, like, I don't know, like a standee, and it's like, oh, I can't do that to people. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, yeah, it's a matter of, like, just making sure I have enough money for that kind of stuff, and then making sure that the development cost isn't gonna go crazy, and then making sure that everyone can have a good time with it and be very healthy with it. So yeah, overall, I'll probably develop more stuff, but it'll be over time. It'll be slow, and I'm also working with other merch companies just on my own merch, so I don't want to like do anything that they're doing and have them go, okay, Grimmi, yeah, I see you're making the things we make now. Nice, interesting. Okay,
That's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Very, very interesting what you're doing here. Okay, all right, whatever, Grimmi. Okay, because that'll be frustrating for them probably. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I can't really talk too much about what we're gonna be doing, but
Yeah.
I'll do it if it's cheap. So that's pretty much it.
I would buy the $40 Grimmi hot sauce. If it killed me, I would, yes.
No, do not. Do not.
Yeah, as long as if the $40 Grimmi hot sauce tastes incredible and also puts me in the hospital, I'll buy it.
That thing would have to be the size of a wine bottle for it to be $40. It'd have to be like gigantic, like restaurant sized. I don't know.
We could do the Grimmi hot sauce wine bottle chug challenge.
No, that would put someone in the hospital.
Which Vtuber do you think would die doing the Grimmi wine bottle hot sauce chug challenge? Who is the #1 pick to pass away on stream?
All of them. A Grimmi wants to kill you is something that builds up in spice very quickly. So, let's see. I also saw someone asking like if there were gonna be sauces without a vinegar base. These last for a really long time, and they're not too vinegary. Like, they're not super vinegary. They're usually filled with like a lot of like fruits and like peppers and stuff. So
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
I've had this Grimmi's Gonna Kill You sauce since it came out, since like wave 1 or 2, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've had this a while. I got it like almost immediately when you put these out, and it still tastes incredible. Like there's no issue with it at all. No consistency issue, not flavor issue at all. Yeah, it's lasting. It's been in the cabinet for a while.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, they do stay a lot better if you refrigerate them. They stay a lot more fresh, but
really?
it's okay if you want to put them in cabinet.
Oh no, I'll put these in the fridge then. Yeah, I'll absolutely put these in the fridge.
Oh, no worries. It's if you have enough space for it. They won't like destroy you. If you
I
keep them out.
I have a bachelor fridge, so you can guess what's in there: water, condiments, drinks, nothing else. Sandwich meat, maybe sometimes burger meat.
I'm so sorry.
Bread.
Insider trading. I'm not gonna make a VTuber sauce called insider trading. If I see stuff about insider trading, I go, okay, that's good for them. I don't want to go to jail. I'm not gonna. Nope. And I just look the other way. I'm sorry. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get involved. Good luck.
That's not true. My refrigerator has seen onions sometimes.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
On rare occasion, yeah, and jalapenos. That's like a vegetable, right? Kinda.
Yeah.
It counts.
Honestly.
It counts.
Fridge bread. It stays better for longer though. It stays fluffier. It stays. But I
Wait,
usually
who doesn't put their bread in the fridge? I always put my bread in the fridge.
I don't have any fridge space because I share my fridge with like 4 other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the majority of the food is still like mine, so I feel kind of bad about it, honestly. Like I take up a ton of fridge space, but I also say that anyone can eat whatever I buy, so it's a little bit of 50-50.
You froze it so you could heat it up in the microwave. Breadbox
freezing bread
up.
is. Oh, breadbox would be cool. One of my previous roommates had a cat that would just try to eat all the bread if we left it out on like the counter.
Aw, baby.
Her cat was insane. They would just eat all the bread.
Why
I had to
didn't you
keep it
give
in a
the
cupboard.
baby bread? Give the baby bread.
I gave them bread sometimes. They would literally just bite into all the loaves of bread and destroy them and then leave them there. It's just insane. They were a good kitty, though. Eat all of Grimmi's food. Don't do that. No. It's okay though. Like you could have a little. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Hell yeah. But yeah. I'll try to do less vinegar-based sauces. Sounds fun. Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
And it would kill you if you tried to. It would kill you if you chugged all of the a whole bottle of Grimmi wants to kill you. Don't do that. Just don't do that. You'll feel like garbage.
I can't promise anything.
No.
I'm a little crazy. I'm a little kooky. I'm a little zany. But so speaking of, we were talking about product cost earlier. If you had unlimited budget, like I mean, like Mr. Beast tier money, Elon Musk tier money, and you could spend it on any project in content creation, what would you do?
Any project?
Any project.
Let me really think about this. If it's like any amount of money, any amount of projects, I feel like it's very interesting because if I was just like a face streamer, probably like just like buy a VTuber neighborhood, let people live there and let people do like crazy things all day. Like that would probably be really fun and like enjoyable for people.
That's like exactly my answer too. I literally I thought it out the other night. I was like, okay, here's what we do. We buy a piece of land in the most in the lowest cost of living state in the United States. We put it somewhere where it's rural enough that we have woodlands for people to walk down paths on, but you also have it close to so people can drive into a city so they can go do nightlife if they want to. You make it 6 stories tall, a basement and 5 stories, and the top 2 floors are housing. Each room is properly soundproofed, so they don't have to worry about outside sounds or inside sounds unless they want to hear it. And it's comfortable, carpeted, cleanly. You have a maid service come through there regularly. That's 2 floors worth of that. And then the 3rd floor is below that is all streaming rooms. It's all specifically designed streaming rooms. You get fiber internet in there. Make sure you have a gigabit up, gigabit down, so everybody can stream at the same time. You can have up to 10 streamers streaming at the same time in the building. And like then the 2nd floor is all activity room. It's all activity room where you can have people like for like, you know, hangouts, relaxing, like, you know, like little library for quiet time reading, theaters, like the whole 9 yards, maybe a little bar. And then the next floor down is a kitchen area for eating. You know, full tile. You have a chef that comes in there regularly who can feed everybody. Somewhere on the 2nd floor, you would also have somewhere where you could meet with a psychologist and a medical professional, so doctors to like like do house calls.
24 hours. It's gonna have to be 24 hours. VTubers are not a very stable or physically able species, I think, but very nice, very nice.
And
please
then
continue.
The basement would be a recording space for bands. So you could have people do music and music recordings in a studio in the basement for like music projects and things like that, or voice acting, etc. Anything. Wow. So basically, the perfect space for VTubers to live comfortably and safely with all of their basic necessities paid for, where they don't have to pay for electricity, food, health insurance, psychological care, internet, and they like their rigs are provided to them when they're there, and it's just like the perfect ecosystem so people could come in, live there, save as much money and make as much money as they possibly could over time, and then leave whenever they have enough money to buy their own house and want to do their own thing, you know, and be in their own space. But you have like that creative medium within that space to be able to network with other creators and talk to them and interact with them and like basically pursue your creative passions without any other worldly issues popping up.
Yeah, that sounds really good, honestly. I think that would definitely be a fun time.
We could call it VTuber Ridge.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I could definitely see someone burning it down or trying to kill everyone there. Like, it'd be fun though until that happens. Yeah, the fundamental reality of greed always destroys them. Inevitable is breeding. I think you mean probably breathing. I think it's possible that people would be okay for a while, but I guess the mouse utopia thing is like a thing too.
Yeah,
like,
well, I think you would have to have a specific clause. You would have to have the right people managing the place and have like a clause of like you can live there, but you can't, like, if you cause significant disturbance, then you'll be asked to politely leave within a reasonable time frame.
That's
basically,
very fair.
yeah, of like you have to sign a contract basically when you live there that you are not gonna squatters' rights anything.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that you can't just come in there and fuck up the vibe for everybody. Because at that point, like, right, when you have everything provided for you, have like all your earthly needs provided for you, plus mental and health care, and you still fuck it up, it's a you problem at that point, brother. Like, you gotta get out. You gotta leave.
Yeah, if you're like if you have like meds and everything, and like you're still in therapy, you're still going through that, like it might be more than just like a neurological thing at that point. I agree. Uh, I think that's probably like my answer too. This is probably more of like a neighborhood. But like, I think the other thing would probably just be wanting to start like a game studio for indie horror developers, like where they could like, I don't know, I guess like work on their projects and stuff like consistently. Like I think they do a lot for like VTubers and streamers in general. Like they give us like a lot of stuff to play. It'd be nice to give them a little bit more structure and like capacity to like work in like an actual environment, and then try to see which games would be feasible to do, and then like I guess just support them and like be like, yeah, this is not necessarily like a game that I'm making, but just like a game that I think looks cool. I'm endorsing it and I'm funding it. Like that would be very nice too.
Yeah, like
I would be
like
super
how
down for that.
Atriok worked on Get to Work recently, right? Like where he worked with a game developer who, you know, the story behind Get to Work. A game developer made a game called Atriok around Atriok's early streaming career, and then sued Atriok over the name. And then they resolved it, and they were like, "Oh wait," because he was like, "Oh shit, sorry, I'm an idiot." And they became friends. And over the time, he was like, Atriok pitched him game ideas, and eventually, Get to Work was born out of that. And so that's how it had the collaboration with, you know, like Sea Dog and Schlatt and a bunch of other people all working on that game. And apparently it's like one of the best of that style of like the Bennett Foddy style rage games that has ever come out. I played it on stream and it was actually really fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for them. I love to hear stuff like that where people work things out instead of going like, I hope you die. You were really mean to me. You were really mean to me. I hope you die. Like, that's lovely to see. Like, honestly, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a nice project, though. I agree.
Yeah, I think that would be very fun. Those would probably be my big things. Like, those would probably be my big things. Maybe also, like, helping, like, my streamer friends that, like, don't have the money to, like, afford the type of models that they'd want or things like that. Like,
yeah, funding people specifically.
Yeah. Maybe, getting something together where VTubers could have more of a creative outlet. Like, because I also write, like, stuff, like I write, like, light novels and, like, things like that. Like, it might be nice to have a place where people could, like, sell their stuff or publish them.
Hear me out, Lunchables v. Lunchables. This time, somehow we made the crackers moldy this time.
Demon, no! I would feel bad for them if it weren't for how I don't know.
Incredibly unlikable they are. Yeah, I know, I agree.
I thought it was insane that, like, and I try not to get involved in, like, drama stuff with, like, streamers or anything like that or be too critical, but I was a little concerned when, like, I think it was Jake Paul or, like, that guy, he had the birth of his first child and he was putting Lunchley in the background of, like, the hospital photos with his wife, and I was like, this is not good. I think this person is really going to go crazy. Someone needs to help him immediately. Take him to a doctor, please. This is not something he cares about right now. Please take him to a doctor. Oh, God.
Never stop grinding, Grimmi.
Yeah, no.
Can we just put Niano in a little box and just ship him out to sea?
No, they're a cat. We gotta deal with them. Give him a little pat. Give him a little pat. Deal with his psychotic thoughts. He's the little cat. They're just like that. But like, yeah, tested any umami-based sauces, hot sauces like miso soy, for fish food. There are a lot of similar sauces in Japan and Korea. That would be very fun. I would want to do something like that. I usually just go for like hot sauces and stuff, but it would probably be fun to do something that wasn't as hot, I guess. So that's something that I could definitely work on in the future. Oh, and also, I definitely get the industrial equipment I'd need to, like, actually make hot sauce and get, like...
Oh, yeah, so you wouldn't have to, you could just do it yourself, yeah.
Yeah, because then I could reduce the price a lot. But maybe... Well, I guess if I had unlimited money, I could just... But anyways,
You could just make free hot sauce for everyone, forever.
Yeah, there you go. But, like... gosh.
You know what my alternate was, too? My alternate was... single-handedly change the culture around microphones and audio quality on all streaming platforms. Like, go out and like educate people and give people full free microphone setups
Wow.
to make sure that the only brands that you were seeing were Neumann, Shure, Rode, CAD, Warm Audio, like only reputable good brands of microphones were in circulation, and then take every Blue Yeti and Snowball and HyperX microphone, put them in a big pile and burn them.
That would be awesome. I think I mean, honestly, you're doing a lot just to spread the word now. Like, if you did, like, a YouTube video just going like, hey, everyone, these are my recommended microphones for these price points. If you're a streamer, let's go. And then, like, just did, like, from, like, I don't know, like, $50 to 100 to, like, 200 to 500. Like, people would probably be down for that. You're doing a lot, honestly. You're doing a lot.
No, I really should. I should make an edit. I mean, I've done a full stream that I put the VOD up on YouTube of talking about various different microphones and, like, how they worked and going over people's setups.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, which only
yeah.
made me want to shitty mics out of pure unbridled spite. You're so mean to me.
Why?
Everyone's so mean.
No! Oh my god.
Oh, nobody knows how hard it is to be Imp.
Ah.
Now, okay, speaking of costs, though, what is the most expensive item you have ever got in one go? Not counting like a house or a car or something like that. Like just a stuff thing. And in retrospect, was it worth it?
Does it have to be something I paid for?
Yes.
Okay, because I think my cat is like the most expensive thing I have. But I didn't pay for them, so, but they're like a flame point Siamese. They usually go for about $1,000.
Aw, baby.
Yeah, but they were just white when they were a baby with like a slightly orange tail, so the like family was just like, they're white. I don't know, no one wanted him. Do you want? I was like, yeah, yes, I'm gonna take him too. But yeah, that's how I got Michael and Jichua. One's orange and one's half orange and half Siamese. But they're probably the most expensive thing. I guess my car, but like that's something I pay off. It's not like a big one-time expense.
Yeah.
It's also not very interesting. What's the thing I've paid the most amount of money for? I'm looking around. It might actually.
I think the thing that I've paid the most for was a copy of Hyperduel for the Sega Saturn.
Oh wow!
I paid like $500 for that.
Oh my god!
In retrospect, probably not worth it. Probably not worth it.
Yeah. Well, it's okay if you really like it. Oh yeah, it is actually my I guess my model.
Oh, yes, the models, yeah, because
Yeah.
I think I paid the maximum like $1,400 for a model.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But it was absolutely worth it. Like, it was worth every penny. I love the
Hell
little guy.
yeah.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little dude.
Hell yeah. I think my model and its rigging were like $4,000, but I have a very simple model, like not a lot of toggles and stuff. Let's see. Probably the automatic litter box, probably my microphone. Like I have like $1,000 microphone, and then I forgot which one it was. I think it was, well, and then from there, like probably, oh yeah, that was it. I didn't get it working, but I bought like and I'm gonna use it other times. It wasn't just like, I bought this for this, Arthur, feel bad. I didn't use it because it was not working. It's a little camera that like you just point down at like your desk from Logitech, and like it auto focuses on like what you're doing, and it has a very strong base that you can like move around and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Like it's not clamped to the side. It's just like on your desk, and like it can zoom in and like do other stuff for you. So I'm gonna use it for soldering and stuff too. But that was $350. So I wasn't really happy about that. Yeah.
No deals.
Yeah. Other than that, there's like the hot sauce. Like the last shipment of hot sauce was, I don't even know if I should tell people. It was expensive.
It was
it's not
a lot.
a negative though. It was like $5,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I assume that was a lot of hot sauce though, right? Like that was probably a pretty considerable amount.
It was like a half pallet, so it was like a decent amount. The whole it's just how it is. You got to spend a lot of money on like merchandise and products.
When you're buying merch up front for upfront costs and then restripping it yourself, yeah, that is not $5,000 is not it's not that crazy. Like, yeah, I remember,
Yeah.
like, I've worked with merch providers who have made their own merch, and it's been tens of thousands of dollars for upfront costs.
Yep. Can you slap the bottom of every bottle, please? I'll do it for you, Nyano, from this point on. That, and then the packing materials were, like, it came out to, and then, like, restructuring the LLC, because I'm in a specific place that's pretty much, like, it's like a different country compared to the rest of the country. It's like a different planet. Like, I don't think even other countries are this complex and specific. Like, so I had to do a lot, but it's all paid off in terms of just, like, making something nice and enjoying it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it will eventually be profitable, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and that's why you should go right now over to Saucy Biz and pick up your delicious sauces, your 5 delicious sauces available now, and use the code SpicyImp for 10% off your order.
If you'd like to, go for it. Absolutely, but you also
do it now. I'll end you if you don't. I'm violent. She's not.
No,
I'm a killer.
No.
I'm sprinting towards you on all fours. You cannot stop me before I bite your neck.
No. He will kill you. Good for you. Arthur wants to kill you. There you go. There's your name for a hot sauce. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. I gotta work more on them and stuff. But that's probably all of, like, the expenses that I have. Like, groceries are getting expensive, but, like, other than that, like, I don't really go outside too much.
What's the shipping time? I think I was within the U.S. And it was about. I think it was like a week and a couple days, maybe about a week from order to delivery, I want to say.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a little better. I've just been very busy, so, like, before I went to, like, the post office, like, every day to ship them out. Now it's a little bit less of that. Like, now it's, like, maybe every other day, every 3 days. So it will take a little bit more time than it did before. But once I have my schedule a little more sorted out, like I did before, should be every day again, so it'll come between, like, 4 to 7 days probably for most people.
Do you think if people order any sauces today that they might get it for Christmas? If they order, like, a fast shipping method, that is.
Oh yeah, they'll, like, everyone in America would get theirs by Christmas probably, unless there was, like, a problem. All of the shipping is pretty fine, and, like, they're small packages, so it's not like it's gonna take, like, 30 days or something. Unless you live in, like, Alaska.
Yeah.
Or, like, Hawaii, then it might take a little bit more time. Or if you live in, like, I don't know, the Philippines or, like, Canada. Canada sometimes just holds them for some reason, even if I do everything correctly.
Sometimes Canada will let them right through in one day. Sometimes Canada's like, no, actually 2 weeks. It's just gonna sit in the border.
Yeah, and then there's specific shipping things with Canada. Like, you have to provide, like, you pretty much have to, like, tape on, like, a Ziploc bag that contains information for them to, like, get.
Yeah, I have to do that with, I have to do a lot of international shipping when I ship microphones to friends, because I'm shipped a lot to Europe or to Australia, and it's so much paperwork, so much. You have to declare the value of everything you ship, and be like, and itemize everything in the box, and it's so annoying, but you gotta do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Also,
it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have 2 more questions for you, Grimmi.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite Pokemon and why?
I like Meryl, or Peekaboo as people called it at one point. I really liked Meryl. They were very round and they were blue and they looked like Pikachu. I have, like, hundreds of drawings of them from when I was, like, a child. Like, hundreds. Like, I have, like, entire, like, binders filled up with, like, just little drawings from when I was a child. I love Meryl.
Aww.
And then I also like Pumpkaboo, because they're a pumpkin and, like, a little boo. They're very cute.
That
I
is
really
a
like
cute one,
Pumpkaboo.
yeah. I love Meryl. Meryl's a really good pick. Classic Gen 2 pick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I also love Bulbasaur, first Pokemon, so everyone always loves their starter.
Oh, you were a Bulba girl? I was a Charmander boy.
Oh, nice. I always pick the, like, what's it called? The leaf option? The grass type? Like, no matter what. For some reason, I always pick that in every generation. Just go, like, I guess this is my dude. Oh, I got Trico. I'm not very fan of... Well, you know, I'll grow to love him. Stuff like that, so... I enjoyed it, though. Cyndaquil? Yeah, wait, no, I did choose Cyndaquil in,
yeah, Cyndaquil's awesome.
Yeah.
In the third gen,
I never evolved them into a Typhlosion. I really liked how their second, like, Quillava. I really like Quillava, too. But yeah, Meryl and runner-up Pumpkaboo.
Yeah.
And then Bulbasaur, have a strong place in my heart for Bulbasaur.
For hot sauce smoothies, so far, if you're looking for something spicy for someone, I think Grimmi Wants to Kill You is a great pick. It tastes fantastic. Though we are after this question, we are about to try the final sauce, hotter than hentai, so, as endorsed by Cottontail VA, which will be the final sauce we try out. But before we get to that, we have one final question. This one's a little controversial. It's a little controversial. Do you think that VTuber corporations, in their current form, will still exist in 5 years?
I think so. I think that there's enough corporations where people feel very comfortable and like healthy. Like, I think people are pretty happy at VShojo. I think people are pretty
Would
happy.
you count VShojo as a standard corporation, and not something to the style of Niji-Sanji Hololive?
You mean like those?
Yeah,
types.
I'm talking about. I'm specifically talking about the old style of corporate, not a hybrid model or a talent agency model, but I'm talking about like the old style of you get signed, you throw away your old persona, you work for them under a unique name with an NDA. Like, do you think that will still exist in 5 years?
I think it'll still exist for sure. I think it'll probably be... It's very interesting, though, because, I don't know. I think it's very hard to determine how big it's gonna be in, like, 5 years.
You see existence, but a reduction in size?
I think so. I think, because, like, I like, watch, let's see, I watch Fauna and I watch Pekura. And... with Pekura, like, I remember she said that, like, she was supposed to be a little bit lower concept with her streams and stuff, and, like, they weren't supposed to be as, like, big, or, like, they wanted her to have, like, kind of calmer streams, and, I think that's not something that really facilitates, like, more growth, like, with streamers and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they'll still be around, like, for sure. I think they're probably going to get smaller in terms of stuff, just because they're gonna probably move away from streaming.
And then a lot of the modern talent, you think, will start to continue to dip and move out to independent streaming while they acquire a different audience of people who are looking for that kind of like style of what they're doing. But I can see that too.
Yeah, like I feel like Hololive will probably go more in the direction of like anime characters. Like realistically. Not in a negative way at all. Just realistically, no. Yeah.
It's just a different. It's a shift in direction rather than
Yeah, because that stuff with Pekura confused me. Like I've talked to a few friends about it, and I'm just like, oh, that's odd. Like they just be like, do you hear this? And it's like, that's strange, but I guess it's how they want to go. In 10 years, we'll have VTubers beamed into our brains. Do not get the brain chip. Do not get the brain chip. Do not get the brain chip. But yeah, I think it's probably just going to be something like that. I think, like, the more inventive streamers that can consistently do very odd stuff and, like, collaborate more with, like face streamers, those are probably gonna be the ones that get a little bit more popular. Just in my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I think they're gonna be around in 5 years. I think they're just probably gonna be, competing with, like, other stuff and, like, maybe having a slightly harder time competing with those other places. Just because,
because they're I'd say like niche almost is what the term I would use, of like not expanding themselves and almost contracting themselves into a bubble rather than trying to hit more put their tendrils out and make up more dynamic content.
Yeah, I think they won't have as much innovation as other like streamers, and I think there's going to be at some point something that someone does that's just very different with VTubing. There's all kinds of like stuff that people are working on in terms of like their like how they make their models move and different programs they use and stuff, and like I just don't know if like corporations are gonna have like the same freedom to explore those options. So.
Yeah, at least due to red tape and like corporate red tape, if anything, right?
Yeah.
Like it takes corporations full of middle managers a very long time to steer a ship back into course and to innovate very quickly. It's why you see independent large streamers usually be at the forefront of content creation and always hip to the current trends.
Yeah, I think also like the people that are probably gonna like get way bigger are the ones that are doing music and like just being more of like a presence like in general like life stuff that doesn't have as much crossover with VTubing.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they're gonna have a good time. Like it's just gonna be very different tracked, and I think eventually it's gonna start to deteriorate a little bit more. Maybe not entirely. Like it's probably gonna be fine for like quite a while, but
Yeah, I think I can
Yeah.
see your angle on it. Yeah, like my thought process is like, I really think that like the levee is gonna break at some point, and people are going to realize that they don't need to sign a predatory NDA to be successful in streaming, that requires them to never speak about their time in a company for as long as they fucking live.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at a certain point they need to, and that's what I mean by like something has to change. I think they internally either if all these companies, 'cause I'm not targeting anyone specifically, I'm talking about just in general wide breadth. I think if these companies don't change their business practices and become more like talent agencies than these closed off corporate entities, I think we're going to hit a point where they cannot draw the high quality talent anymore. That the people who know they have value will not sign with them or walk away when they realize that they have value, that they don't need to be there. That you will see a lot more aggressive and constant graduations as the veil kind of like breaks down, and people realize that the luster of these things, of being in a corporation, isn't that. There is no luster. It is a tool that should be used for people, and that's it. It is no magic bullet. It's not the greatest thing in the world.
I think it's also a matter of like the structure of it not being very sustainable long term, because like not in a mean way. Like I'm not saying that this is like I'm not saying this is bad, but like they at least in like those larger corporations, like the people that work for them, like that get very popular, usually make a lot of money. So after like a couple of years, like they probably want to negotiate their contracts to be like more on their terms, and I'm sure that like
the corporation's not down with that. They're
the
not down with
corporation's
that.
not down with that. Yeah,
Which at
but
the end of the day is just going to
yeah.
lose them the talent and the income source, because they don't think of their talents. I think a lot of the companies don't think of their talents as exactly what they are, the lifeblood. They're not an asset.
Yeah.
They are they
Yeah.
are the company. Your shitty internal programs are not the thing that people come to your company for. It's not your ideas on character. It is the person behind the character that makes the character. It always has been, always will be.
Yeah, and I think that's also I do think people are probably going to graduate after 3 to 5 years, like with the idol industry, for a lot of reasons. And yeah, it's an issue for any corporation.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
that
These are a
gets
lot
into
more
that kind of
general
situation.
problems that we're talking about than just an issue with the VTubing industry, right?
Yeah, no, what the flip. But yeah, absolutely. But also I personally think that not in a negative way, but I think that some of the projects that they're investing a lot of money into are not projects that are necessarily going to do very well with people.
wide demographics.
Even just because they're getting a little bit dated, like as they like go, I guess. Like this is what I've talked to some of my buddies about too. Like I forgot what it's called. Like oh god, Hollow Earth or something? Hollow... I forgot what it was, but like... And not to be critical of the company or the people there, it's just, it's something they're developing so that people can, like, interact with, like, the characters and stuff, and, like, they can, like... It sounds very interesting, but, like, it's coming out for PC.
Yeah?
And then it's gonna have, like, they said, like, it's gonna take a few years to get a mobile version ready.
Huh?
And the thing is, like, 60% of people that watch my streams watch them from phones or tablets, and I'm just like, that doesn't seem like it's gonna be that,
what's
usable.
I gotta check what my statistic on mobile to non-mobile is right now. It's pretty high. Yeah, 40% of my viewers watch on the website. Like 37% watch through an Android app and 22% watch through iOS. With a very percentile from like TVs and consoles and other things, or mobile web. Yeah, it is legitimately like nearly 60% mobile viewers. That's crazy that they're not like, that they're, oh my god.
Yeah, the thing is, people watch primarily through their phones now. Not many people have PCs. I think it was a really good idea when they started it, maybe, but like, the market just evolves very quickly, so those projects that take like 4 or 5 years are very risky, and they have to be thought out in terms of like how the market could change like in 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Like I think that they're doing very good. Like I'm not criticizing their overall business plan. It's just,
a lack of innovation is the death knell of most entertainment companies. Like, look at Sony, right? Like, look at Sony and look at the place Sony is in right now with its so many arms of its entertainment, outside of video games. They're flopping and flopping and flopping. Hundreds of millions, billions of dollars being wasted on movies no one wants to see.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be like that for quite a few companies just because things have gotten very short-term profit in terms of like them just wanting to like do things consistently. But then these games and like some of these projects take years and years and years and years, and they just see like the specific things that usually pay off very well with the current year that they start them on. So, and again, I'm not criticizing like their projects and stuff. It's just for the type of like content that like the streamers get really like well known for, it would probably be better just to do like very short immediate projects and stuff like that, like maybe with smaller developers and like a quicker time frame.
Things you can clear in a quick 3-month turnaround time. You can capitalize on things. Yeah, it's because it's all about capitalization and innovation and constantly being able to meld to whatever the current trend is. Because like you said, like that's one of the big issues I think with a lot of like basically all of the corporate agencies that are forced to use their own. Like the fact that the major corporate agencies are not allowed to use VTube Studio is crazy. That is crazy. When like because their internal softwares are so much more low tech than what we as indies are using. My like $1,300 rigging is better than the rigging they're paying thousands upon thousands of dollars for. Like my mouth moves more naturally than most of these talents that they're putting tens of thousands of dollars into debuting. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think that's probably could be very true. Yeah. I think that people are gonna be very. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the thing is like they have like a lot of exposure and they have a lot of brand recognizable like
the brand strength is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, the brand strength is huge. But I think eventually, like, it's gonna just kind of, like, be something where... a lot of, like, competitors fail to take off and stuff, but I think eventually they're gonna start to, like, have to compete with, like, quite a few other places that have, like, a little bit more freedom and stuff and a little bit less structure to things, so... Yeah, like, it's gonna take some time, but I think that they're a very nice corporation in terms of like what they do for their streamers. I think it's totally understandable if it's not for someone based on like some facets of it and things like that. And I think that they're probably going to have to be wiser about their investments, like just based on my own opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I think that so I think they'll be around in 5 years. I'd like to think they'll be around in 10 years. I think the size and scope of them will be very different, and the way that they have their projects go is going to be very different as they try to compete with like the market and find the best, I guess, avenues to like get stuff out there to their fans and like I guess appeal to like overall people and groups and stuff. So yeah,
I could see that. I think you're probably right in that regard. Yeah, no, very true, very true.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, at least. I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion, though. I could be totally wrong.
I think it's pretty insightful. And clip it and ship it and check back in 5 years, Chad, and see how right we are or how wrong we are. And I'll admit if I end up being wrong, like I'm not a prideful guy. I'll admit if I was off base, but you know what we're not
Absolutely.
off base about? The sauce. This final sauce, chat. It is time for the last sauce, the last dab. This is hotter than hentai, endorsed by Cottontail VA. It is time for the last dab. Let's get this. Ooh, that's thick. Ooh, that's a thick boy. Oh, that's a thick boy.
Yeah, this one's very thick and it's a little bit spicier than the others, so just be careful with it.
All right, chat. I'm gonna get one little chicky dab on this one. This one is a ghost pepper sauce, correcto? All right.
This is the ghost peppery.
All right, chat. Let's go in.
Let's do it.
Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's really good. Ooh. It's got similar wonderful sweet flavor to it.
Yeah, they're very flavorful even if they're really hot. This one's very hot though.
Giving it a second. I don't know, it doesn't hurt yet. Like, I've got a sting, but it's just good. This is really good habanero. Ooh, wow. This is good ghost pepper, chat. It's got, like, a great... No. It's not ramping. Oh, wow. I think I need another bite. I feel like I need another nibble. The pain comes later. I'm giving it another nibble, chat. I'm giving it another one.
I quite like that one, yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Oh my, ooh. Oh, Oh, it's got this nice, it's like a sear. It's like a full mouth sear. Oh, and the flavor is fantastic. How did you produce 5 out of 5 bangers? This is ridiculous. This is not, you should have at least made one bad one.
I'm glad you like it, yay.
Oh. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Yeah. He hates his fans. Oh man. Chat, all 5 saucy sauces are imp approved. Fantastic. Okay, there is a long sear. I will say the hotter the hentai does have a long sear. It does keep going. It is still going. It's not hitting a pain tolerance level where it's beyond my, like, where I'm still gonna start panting, but it is still there. Even after a milk sip. Even after a milk sip. So, yeah, he hates his fans, but not the sauce. I love the sauce. I absolutely love the sauce. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for just running saucy. Thank you for this. Like, these are some of the best hot sauces I have, out of the bottle, I've ever had. And I'm super, super happy that I was able to experience them.
That's awesome. I'm really glad you like it.
I can't buy the hentai sauce after my mom saw the Gamer Subs. No, mom saw the Gamer Subs cup.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Niano.
I bought one. You should absolutely, yeah, this is good sear. Oh, it's still
I'm
going.
glad you like it. Yeah, it's very nice. If you bought one, I'll probably go back in right now. I'm very excited for that though. I gotta get orders out today. I also have to do a bunch of meetings, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Speaking of which, so that was the final sauce, chat. That was the last dab, and what that means is I have wrapped up my questions, and we have done it. We did it. We actually did the interview in the exact amount of time I wanted to. We didn't get screwed over by work. Everything worked out fine. The first episode of Hot Tendie Talk is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us here, Grimmi, for the first episode. I really appreciate it. It was a wonderful time spending it with you.
Hell yeah. It sounded like you said something very different than Tendie's there. Don't worry about it. You can listen back to it later. I was just for a second like, wait, what is this show called? Wait, okay. But yeah, it was very nice. Thank you for having me, Arthur, and thank you so much for being so into the hot sauce. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I hope to make a lot of flavors people really enjoy in the future too. So
I like it greatly. It is going to be the imp pick the imp pick and the imp recommendation for hot sauces. If you want to follow along to Hot Tendie Talk with us for future episodes, because there will be future episodes, I will have more episodes scheduled soon. Definitely pick up some saucy sauces. Available now with code SPICYIMP for 10% off. There's 3 levels of hot sauce: mild microphone, 2 Sonic searing sauce, and 3 Arthur Rabbit Pussy Burninator.
I have a question for you, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was your favorite?
My absolute favorite, I'm gonna be real, I think for flavor, it might have been Vtuber Brainworms.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's good.
Yeah, Vtuber, I mean, they're all really good, though. It's hard to choose. I think Vtuber Brainworms was my favorite for, like, I will put this on so much stuff. But also the mango is really good, too. It's, like, really good.
Nice.
No, I believe the discount code does not expire. It is a referral code. Yeah.
It is forever. You don't have to worry about it unless Arthur goes, I don't want your sauce no more. And then once it removed, that's fine. That's fair. But it'll otherwise work forever. Only thing is, I don't have that much Grimmi Wants to Kill You left. I'm gonna be real with you. I have like 3 boxes left. That's the only thing, but they'll be back in stock eventually.
So if you want Grimmi Wants to Kill You, make sure to order today. And it'll be hand packed by Grimmi today. That's right. Make sure to order right now. Don't delay, or you'll miss out before Christmas.
No. It's just it will come back though. It will come back.
Yeah.
It's just probably gonna be early February when it comes back, just because like I have to get the other orders sorted out, and then that's the one I ordered. Yay! There you go. You got one of the last ones though. They're also going to be sold in a physical location soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Will we ever see them at conventions like Offkai?
Yeah. Yes. They're going to be sold in a physical location, and then I'm talking to someone that's very interested in carrying them for the conventions that they're going to. So.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. And they do go to Offkai too, so they would probably be very interested in that. So yeah.
Yippee!
Also, yeah, no, think now, buy later, don't worry about it. They're gonna be here for as long as I can produce them. You don't need to think like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss out. Oh my god, it's a pre-order. Oh my god. Nope, none of that. So, no worries.
I saw the Grimmi cut out at WeebCon last year. I better see it again 25 so I can smear her with hot sauce.
Wait, did someone stole that? I don't think there was one at WeebCon. Oh god. People keep stealing the Grimmi cutouts. I don't know what to do.
What are they doing with it, do you think? They're just like hiding it in a closet somewhere?
Well, I found out one was ghosty. That was fine. Like, one was ghosty. Not the AX one, though. I have no idea who took that one, so that was interesting. Creating shrines. I just assumed they were like, I don't know what this is. I'll take it, though. It looks interesting. And they just stole it. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's kind of cool. It's mine now.
Yeah, just like, oh, cool. Like, this, not enough people are looking at it. I'll just take it. It's crazy people can steal something that big. It's like 5 feet tall. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But, yeah. Conventions, yes. One physical location. It's kind of like a niche place, though, so it's not going to be like in Walmart now. Like, that would be really hard to do,
yeah.
so.
But it will
now at Hot Topic.
It will have a physical location somewhere where you could pick some up eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right, chat. Well, this has been a fantastic time, but Grimmi has plenty to do. She's a very busy lady. But that doesn't mean the stream is ending, baby. I'm going to go put away the other tendies. I'm going to clean up my space. I'm going to get that door open because it is currently 80 degrees in this room because I've kept the door closed so Dolce doesn't get in here and try to eat my chicken. It's so fucking hot in this room right now. But that's fine because I'm going to open it up and get some air in here. And we have news to talk about. It is news time, baby. It is time. We're going to be talking about the news. We're going to be doing some reacts. We might do some yick later. I'm going to keep rolling, chat, for at least the next 3 to 5 hours. So stick around if you want to hear an imp yap about various different things and hear his opinion on stuff. But yeah, until next time, when are we going to see you next, Grimmi?
What? When? Wait, do you want me to come back? What time?
No, I mean like on your own stream. Like you're going to stream like tomorrow night, right?
Okay, yeah, I thought you were like, when are you coming back today? And I was like, Arthur, I can't do that. I'm tired as hell. I'm not gonna do that.
You got shit to
I'll
do.
try.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I'm really tired. But, I think I'm gonna be streaming on Saturday? I'm gonna be streaming on Saturday. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the Indie Horror Game Showcase. I'm probably gonna be really tired for it if I'm being real with you. But, like, it'll be fun. Doing 5 new indie horror games. Gonna be looking at all of them. Whichever one wins, chat gets to decide which one they like the most, and that one will get $100 towards the indie developer that developed it. So that'll be cool. That'll be really fun.
That will be really cool. Extremely cool. Yeah. So yeah, make sure to tune in to Grimmi next tomorrow night, and check her out, and hopefully she'll be well rested. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. And if you are heading out now, now as well, thank you so much for stopping by and watching the show. I really appreciate it. And we are gonna hit commercial break. I will be back in about 5 minutes after we clean everything up, and we will get right into the news. We'll get right into the news. But yeah, bye-bye, everybody.